Good morning. Good morning, guys. We are here today. It is a beautiful Thursday morning. We have Walmart reporting earnings. They're down. We did have news earlier that basically spiked oil back up here. So if we look at oil, oil is elevated again on the day. It's back to over 100. We had a lot of optimism. The president basically said that we were very close to getting a deal done with Iran. And then earlier this morning, the supreme leader in Iran basically said that nuclear was not going to be leaving Iran, restarting fears and everything going on right now with what's going on in markets. So basically, Khamenei basically said Iran's supreme leader ordered uranium to stay in Iran. And he said it's a deal term breaker. So this is basically markets pricing in more escalation, less likelihood of that deal that we've been hearing about getting done. You can see oil is back over $100 a barrel. This news came out about right here. You can see the volume spike. You can see oil ripped back over 100. So now we're at 100.75. We did have Nvidia earnings yesterday, and they did really well. They beat EPS, beat revenue. Data center revenue came in at $75.2 billion. Jensen said agentic AI has arrived. Supply constrained through Vera Rubin initially dipped 1% in after hours and is now recovering a little bit this morning. Walmart, I believe I posted these numbers in the chat for Walmart, but Walmart recently dropped. They are finally starting to see some of the effects of high oil prices in Walmart. Walmart is at 128.90s right now. So Walmart has gapped down a little bit from its earnings report. We have more news about other stuff with Quantum, IBM, and more. The president announced $2 billion in quantum investments. IBM's doing really well. Quantum stocks are gapping up a little bit this morning. And here we are. We are here today. Guys, we're here today.
Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing?
Britt is here as well, guys. Britt is here.
He is. What's up?
Let me say hey, everybody. What's up, McLovins, Ava, Java, NY, Daniel, Killing, Old Hack, Rooftop, Ty, Zek, Frostbite, DJ, Big Slum, Max, Diane, Sacrament, Zero Cool, Tink, Jason, Yee, Kava, My Dad's Account, Fender, Giovanni, Wanna Be a Trader, Ace, G-Man, Deckers, Jason Pierce, George, JS, MK, Sherbert. Where are you, Sherbert? Sherbert came, never showed up, never took his giveaway.
Oh well.
Can't believe he would do this to us. What's up, Britt? Spit it out, Britt. What's up, dude?
Oh, I said his loss.
Yeah. Oh, it is his loss. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But yeah, about that quantum article though. The U.S. government is awarding about $2 billion in grants to non-quantum computing companies with agreements that include the government taking equity stakes in those firms. The move is part of a broader Trump administration strategy to build domestic capabilities in strategically important technologies such as quantum computing and to compete with China. IBM is set to receive $1 billion, the largest single award, while chipmaker Global Foundries is to receive $375 million. The remaining funds are divided among several specialized quantum tech firms, including D-Wave Quantum, Rigetti Computing, Inflection, and the startup DRAC, or DROC, I'm not sure how you say that, which is expected to receive smaller but still substantial amounts, with DROC slated for about $38 million. The Commerce Department arranged these awards as grants that also give the U.S. government an ownership interest, reflecting a shift from traditional subsidies toward direct equity in strategic sectors. Investors reacted positively. Shares of the companies included in the funding package jumped between roughly 7% and 19% in premium market trading after the news broke. Analysts note that the equity for funding model is being extended to other priority areas such as semiconductors and mine-related projects as Washington seeks to strengthen supply chain control and technological leadership.
Yeah, so I see QBTS jumping a little bit on this news. Here's QBTS. We have Rigetti. We got a lot of quantum stocks. What is it? QUBT. All of them are jumping. You have IBM jumping on this news as well. So yeah, $2 billion investments. Walmart earnings are out. Here's Walmart. They are gapping down some on this earnings report. They kind of disappointed here. We start to see some of the oil effects, and Walmart here is really what we're starting to see. So Yeah, Walmart posted 66 cents. They expected 66 cents, so flat each EPS. Revenue slightly above expectations. U.S. stores comp sales up 4.1%. They expected 4%. Guidance 72 to 74 cents. They expected 75 cents for second quarter adjusted EPS guidance. So they missed EPS guidance, lowered EPS guidance. They also lowered fiscal year adjusted EPS to 275 to 285, expected 290s. So they said operating income was negatively affected by 250 basis points on higher fuel prices. And yeah, Walmart is down on this news. Walmart is down. So Walmart's down. And yeah, we'll see what happens with it moving forward. But the NASDAQ here, again, here's Nvidia. Nvidia did report earnings. They did pretty good. They stayed mostly flat, though. They did not move a lot from it. The NASDAQ is basically flat as well. It's kind of been teetering back and forth between red and green. You can see here is the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is completely flat. This light blue line right here is the previous closing price. And so you can see it's literally right there. We are literally in between red and green right now on the NASDAQ. And we do have the jobless claims unemployment filings report today in about an hour. We have the Philly Fed index in about an hour. I just got breaking news that... Let me figure out what this breaking news is, as well as use my handy. That one's not that good. That one disappointed me, man. Hold on. What about this one? Okay, that one's a little bit better. So yeah, the breaking news that I see just now is that since last night, 30 ship owners and captains have been coordinating with the IRGC Navy to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. It is very likely that these 30 ships will pass through the strait by tonight in coordination with the IRGC Navy and along the designated route. This is from Fars News in Iran, and basically one of their semi-state owned media outlets reporting this here. So 30 ship owners and captains have been coordinating with the IRGC Navy to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. I do believe they're trying to set up the standard of charging tolls, needing their approval and more to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. Like, that's what it seems like to me, is that they're trying to set that standard up where, you got to go through them now. And that's not a good thing. I think the world will go against that. I think the world's going to rebel against that. I don't think they're going to really allow that to happen. I think China especially and more are not going to want this to happen. They're not going to want more expensive, oil, because it's more expensive to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, and you got to pay around tolls and all this stuff. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we're going to allow it to happen. And yeah, we'll see. But oil, again, on all this stuff is elevated today. Here's oil up to over $100. What's the trade today, guys? What do you guys think? What are you guys, bullish or bearish on the market today? Let's do a poll. Much love from Tunisia. Hey, what's up, dude? Good morning. What's up, Shuckle, Faye, Mantis, Max, Digital Content, Java, everybody else. I think I said hey to everybody already, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did.
Mostly, yeah. I mean, hey, everybody.
Yeah, Bert's here too. Yeah.
But yes, I agree with you. I mean, and it's not just us. I mean, we don't want it, and we're not going to allow it. But the world's not going to allow it. It's not just us. And it's also not just Iran. You can't set that precedent. You don't want that set worldwide, because they're not the only ones that can or would do something like that.
Yeah, you're probably right, Dirty South. He said they're not going to charge China, only countries who are with the West. But I think it's going to cause a dampen in demand and supply, and so I just don't think it's going to happen. But we'll see. See. It depends on how much pressure there is to get a deal,
Yeah, I agree. And like I said, there's you just can't. It's not just them. You can't allow a multitude of other countries to control shipping lanes like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I see UK Chancellor Reeve is speaking right now as well. Rigetti signs a letter of intent with the U.S. government for quantum computing research. What kind of coffee am I drinking, dude? It doesn't taste like the normal sludge. It's different. Yeah, I see the IEA chief, Faith Fatih Birol, says, my hope is that the Strait of Hormuz will open fully and unconditionally. So I do see that. But yeah, oil's getting pumped up this morning because of Khamenei basically saying that uranium's not going to be leaving Iran as part of this deal, and so a lot of people are basically saying that we're not going to get a deal done. The issue is that we've heard this deal was about to end over and over. Or we've heard a deal was going to get done over and over and over again. And so, yeah, the big story. Also, there's another story. Don't you have an article, Britt, about SpaceX?
Yes, I did. Give me one sec.
Yeah. Like, I think that's the other thing that markets are talking about is the potential SpaceX IPO. I believe they're looking at later this month for SpaceX. Or no, I'm sorry, next month for the SpaceX IPO, which could be one of the biggest ones in history regarding SpaceX.
Yeah, I believe it's expected to be the most heavily weighted IPO in history, like you said. Yeah. SpaceX has filed its S1 for an IPO and disclosed a first look at its finances, including $4.694 billion in revenue for the quarter ended March 31st, 2026, and 18.674 billion for 2025. It also reports a roadshow could start on June 5th, with trading potentially beginning after pricing is set.
Yeah. So that'll be a really interesting thing to watch regarding SpaceX IPO potentially. It's a big IPO. It's going to trade under the ticker SPCX on the NASDAQ. Reported revenue on a $4.7 billion basis, a loss from operations of $1.943 billion, adjusted EBITDA of $1.127 billion. In 2025, they generated revenue of a consolidated basis of $18.674 billion and a loss from operations of $2.589 billion and adjusted EBITDA of $6.584. So it said its space and connectivity segments contributed the most substantial majority of consolidated revenue in the 3 months ending March 31st this year and the year ending December 31st, 2025. So interesting. We'll see what happens, but interesting nonetheless.
I agree.
Yeah. Sorry. Hold on.
That's okay.
Yeah, so interesting. What do you guys think? Are y'all buying SpaceX for the IPO? It's going to be SPCX. Tesla, if we look at it this morning, is gapping up a little bit, on probably a lot of this news. Like SpaceX, obviously related to Tesla. Tesla's up to 422s this morning. Honestly, Tesla's been on a run. It was at like 3 something. And so really, Tesla has gone. Here's a 10-day chart for Tesla. Not the best. Let's see, a 4-hour chart. Yeah, so Tesla's been bouncing back. It was all the way down in March at 337s. And now it's all the way back up to 420s here. So let me know if you guys want to buy Tesla. Yeah, the report raised the SpaceX IPO at as much as $75 billion, valuation near $1.8 trillion. That's a big valuation for an IPO. We do have some Fed speakers today. Let me get the music back on. It just doesn't feel right without it. Yeah, so we do have some. Yeah, I could just. That's right, I could. I'm a great beatboxer, Britt.
I know you are.
But no, so the Fed's Goolsbee is going to be giving a radio interview. Speaking earlier in the week, Goolsbee said inflation is too high and must be front of mind when it comes to incoming Chair Warsh's term. He said the job market is stable, but cutting rates too much would ignite inflation further. We have Barkin, who speaks on the economic outlook. We have so Barkin recently said inflation data has raised doubts over whether the inflation fight is finished, and he added that employment data was reassuring, policy remains modestly restrictive, while demand remains healthy, he says. So, yeah, we got some Fed members. I don't know how much they're going to move markets, really. I don't know how much those members are moving markets. We do have Warsh signing in tomorrow. So Warsh is supposed to come in tomorrow. Let me catch back up on the chat. SpaceX IPO might rocket up then crash down. Do you think AMC Theaters selling alcohol is going to help them bring in a lot more money? I don't know, dude. I'm not a big drinker when I watch movies. Like, I don't want to drink. I want to watch a movie clear-minded. I don't want to drink when I watch the movie. That's just not my style.
The only time I ever liked to drink when I was watching something was like, football
Sports.
games or like fights or something like that. But even then, at this point in my life, I don't like to drink when I watch anything. Really.
I'll drink when I watch some fights or some football, or baseball, but not a movie. A movie is more like different. I'm just not a big drinker. When I
think they're. I don't know if there's anything they can do about it, but I think they're looking at the wrong solution because people haven't like slowed down or stopped going to the movies because hey, I can't drink beer there. It's because it's too expensive. It costs a lot of money to go to the movies now.
Right. No, 100%. Hey, do me a favor, hit the like button, guys, on the stream. Let's bump those likes up. We've been working, and we've been growing a lot. I appreciate it. Also, guys, remember, every morning we do a, hold on. Every morning we do like a brief where we detail everything in our Discord. We talk about it. We also do it on x.com, so you can give me a follow on x.com. Here's our brief from today. You can give me a follow here at Beginner Trades, but you can kind of see. We kind of break it down. The strike yesterday in Korea was averted. We talked about this yesterday. But again, Supreme Leader ordered near weapons grade uranium stays in the country per 2 senior Iranian sources. This was dropped at about, I would say this was dropped about 2 hours ago. It rejects the core U.S. deal term of shipping stockpiles abroad, and oil is up. That's the big story on the day here. Here is CL futures, and they are over 100. I think $100 is an interesting level here too. I think $100 is relevant to watch, relevant to pay attention to. A lot of people are going to be paying attention to $100. Big psychological level here as well. And on a day like today, where we had a lot of optimism heading into the day, I think $100 is going to be kind of that battle front for this. I think people are going to be paying attention to see over 100. I think if we break under 100, news reports might report, hey, oil's back under 100. If we break over 100, and continue up, market's going to report the elevated aspects of inflation fears and oil and conflict escalation. And so, yeah, every morning we do every morning.
Honestly, it's nice to see there's some people as childish as me, because my first thought was to laugh and say doo-doo.
Dude, my sense of humor is very childish, but I think all men's sense of humor is, like most men's sense of humor is very childish. I think women a little bit less so, but I think they can join the fun sometimes too.
Well, let's be honest. No matter how old you get, we're all 16 at heart.
That's right. That's about right. Yeah. Jobs report is completely. I don't know. We'll see what the jobs report comes in today as. Jobs report is expected today to show up. Again, it drops at 8:30. Remember, next Monday we have off. I'm pretty excited about it. But jobless claims, 210 expected. Philly Fed manufacturing data shows up today as well. It's expected at 17.6, a contraction from the last number that it showed up at 26.7 last time. Today they're expecting, a reduction of about 9 points here to 17.6. We also have housing start data that drops simultaneously. Housing starts are expected at 1.42 million. So we do have a bunch of small and medium-sized releases going live at 8:30 and 54 minutes. So we have, again, just to recap, building permits, housing starts, jobless claims, and the Philly Fed index. And then at 9:45 we have manufacturing and services data. So we got some stuff going on today. We'll see what happens. Nvidia is obviously going to be a prime subject. Nvidia, I thought, killed it. I thought data center revenue was the most important thing, and data center revenue came in wildly over expected numbers. It makes up like 90+% of their business, and it showed up at a big number over expected. They expected 66 to 68. They showed up at 75.2 billion for data center revenue. I think that's the big story here. And all of this, again, while quantum stocks are running up on that huge investment by the government in quantum, and including IBM. What are we supposed to do on Monday? I'm gonna sleep, bro. I'm gonna sleep. I'm 58. I don't think we grow out of fart jokes.
No, dude, we don't.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. We just pick and choose our moments more carefully now. Like in terms of gauging our company, you got to gauge your audience.
That's right. Yeah, you can't do it in front of the wrong audience. So right. The market is closed. The stock market is closed. On Monday for Memorial Day is the futures market open for Memorial Day. No, futures markets are not open for regular full day on Memorial Day. They always observe the holiday. Sunday evening markets open at their standard time, 5 o'clock. They halt early on Memorial Day, so futures will be closed. I'll probably skip Monday. Normal schedules resume Tuesday, because I think NQ and ES futures would be open, unless the only way I'm not going to skip Monday is if we get like craziness that happens over the weekend. Like we get some stuff that happened, like a deal with Iran or something that's going to make futures really like a prime thing to pay attention to. Then I will stream Monday. I might stream a little bit later, but I will stream Monday if we get some crazy stuff that happens over the weekend, which is a big if. We'll see.
Yeah, or like the opposite of a deal, which would be unfortunate, but possible.
Yeah. So the stock market's closed, futures market's open. So we will see what some futures are doing.
I will say, I mean, if there's going to be a day off, Memorial Day is a good one.
Yeah, for sure. So I see Stellantis targets 8 to 10% adjusted operating return in North America by 2030. So they must have just come out with their stuff. But yeah, I'm seeing somebody kind of push back on some of the news. So I see Iran Supreme Leader ordered that near weapons grade uranium must stay in Iran. But then I see Babak Vadad say no one inside Iran has ever seen a formal appointment decree signed by Khamenei for any military position. Yet Reuters journalists outside the country somehow claim to know his alleged instructions on one of the most sensitive issues in the system, the nuclear file. Can I say that I am skeptical? End quote. I hope he's right. I hope, but I would also say that somebody as big as Reuters is going to have some sources. They're going to have some sources. Now, maybe the sources are nonsense. Maybe it's BS. Maybe, maybe the sources aren't legit and they're just insider trading. That's very possible, that they feed Reuters stuff and then insider trade based off of knowing the reports coming out. Like an example on this instance would be if they fed Reuters this and then took a bunch of long positions in oil, because this is going to mean extended potential conflict, less likely a deal gets done, more more restrictions on supply for oil, and oil is going to go up in value. I'm not saying that's what's going on. I'm just saying, it could be going on. I don't freaking know. Again, I'm not saying it's going on, guys.
But if it is,
it could be. It could be. Bonds going over 5%. Yeah, let's take a look at bonds, and we'll take a look at rates. We had the Fed minutes report yesterday. Yields are back up today after this. Yields settled down a little bit yesterday after moving up for the last 5 days, basically on word that we were close to getting a deal done with Iran. Now yields are, they're still down from where they were, but you could also say they're still up from where they were too. So like zooming out here, here's a 5-day chart. So yields are still elevated heading into today. Now again, we are right here, 4.6% roughly. And with oil going back up, which means like extended fears about the conflict lasting longer, yields are going to be going up as well, because the conflict lasting longer makes oil go up, and oil going up makes inflation rise, and inflation rising makes it less likely that we're going to have lower interest rates. And yields and interest rates follow each other, and so yields and interest rates are currently elevated a little bit on the day. So we'll see what yields do for the rest of the day. I also want to take a quick look at rate hike odds. So rate hike odds of something that's been moving markets lately. Currently, we have about a 99% chance that we are going to pause rates next meeting. But by December, well over 50% chance that we're going to hike rates by December. So we have basically a 56% chance that we're going to raise rates by December. Currently we are here 3.5 to 3.75%. So we have about a 44% chance as of today that we are going to, again, about a 44% chance that we're going to keep rates the same, or that rates are going to close where they are now at the end of this year, basically. We have a 56% chance that, it's like 55 to 56% chance that rates are going to be higher by the end of the year. And so markets are just, go ahead, Britt.
Am I, would I be wrong in saying that, that's heavily dependent on the news between now and then? That could easily turn around, can't it? Can it?
Well, the news matters, but the result, what happens matters in this conflict. Right?
What actually happens. Like, I'm talking about like verified news, not projected news.
Well, it depends on what happens in regards to, like, do we get a deal done with Iran? Yeah. If we get a deal done and the Strait of Hormuz looks like it's going to open back up, then that's a situation where, we might see oil prices come back down and the odds of a rate hike go down with it, because right now the odds of a rate hike are from the elevated oil prices and the inflationary aspect of the Iran conflict. So if the Iran conflict ends, then we're looking a little bit better for that. And it's probably, markets are going to price in less likelihood of rate hikes. Yeah. If the conflict drags on longer than expected, especially like most of this year, which I hope it doesn't. but you never know. But if the market drags on, if the conflict drags on, then we're going to see higher chances of rate hikes, just because that means oil is going to stay elevated for longer. And we can't cut rates, at a certain point. If inflation continues to uptick, markets are going to get nervous, and, rate hike odds are going to go up.
Yeah. Well, and what I was going to say was, I personally think we'll probably have rate cuts before the end of the year, because I think the conflict will be over pretty shortly. I know a lot of people in the chat disagree with me, and when I say shortly, I don't mean like days or weeks necessarily, but a couple months, maybe a few months. And I just think as long as the conflict is over, regardless of how it ends, as long as the Strait opens, oil is going to come down, rate hikes are going to be less likely, and I think it's going to turn around.
Sure. No, 100%. Yeah. The Strait opening up is the number one, aspect
and like I said,
everything.
And like I said, like regardless of how or why it opens up.
Right. Oh yeah, it could be us going in there and opening it up, or but even then, I think that's a less optimistic.
It is.
I think oil might still stay high, just in terms of escalation in that situation. I think eventually, if we get it running right or whatever, then we could. But I think it. I think a deal would be more optimistic for it, as long as the deal doesn't include them charging tolls or something like that.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, midterms.
I agree with you, because if we don't get a deal done, I mean, it's going to take longer to resolve whatever conflict we're in, and so prices will stay elevated for a little longer than if we actually got a deal done, obviously. But I still think it'll happen in time for a rate cut before the end of the year.
You think we're going to cut rates?
I think so, before the end of the year, and I might be wrong, but I've been wrong before, so I'm okay with it.
At this time, markets are only pricing in a rate cut by the end of the year at 0.5% likelihood. So, and again, it could happen. This doesn't mean anything. These odds change every day, right? So these odds change every day depending on what's going on geopolitically, right? So these odds change a lot. I will say,
go ahead.
I will say, like, if this conflict gets resolved soon, Strait of Hormuz opens back up and all that stuff, then yeah, there's a higher likelihood that we'll get a rate cut. Warsh is also coming in there. He doesn't like to do quantitative easing. He's kind of critical of quantitative easing and printing, and so maybe we do cut rates. I think I think if everything goes back to pre-flow state of oil, then there's a good chance we'll cut rates, because I think Kevin Warsh does not like QE. He doesn't like money printing as much as previous Feds. So yeah, we'll see. Oil still right at 100.5. Again, here's the NASDAQ. I do want to trade some of this here, Chad. So I do want to trade. Yeah.
Yeah, and realistically, the last thing you said was the only real point I was making, was that those odds change all the time, and can change dramatically or drastically, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, and I'm looking at what Melody here says. She says Trump got midterms, so he has to work something out so they might keep rates steady, but I don't think it will be a rate hike. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of go with that prediction. Like, that makes sense. I'm forecasting $100 to $200 gold drop today, not financial advice. Yeah, gold, if we take a look at gold this morning.
Could be trending down a little bit with everything going on, huh?
Yeah, it's going down, and again, that means Brit is starting to learn the correlations here, and that's good. That's good. Yeah, so again, with yields falling down a little bit, gold is falling down with it as well, right? Why does that correlate? Gold kind of follows the macro market, as well, so it's a little bit different, but higher bond yields means less people are interested in buying gold, because bonds are paying out more. You got risk on, risk off sentiment. What's up, Blaze?
I'm forecasting a $100 to $200 gold drop today. That's not me. That's somebody in chat. What do you think about that? Yeah.
No, see, I have them on screen. Maybe. I think basically gold is following macro markets to a certain extent right now. If you look at the NASDAQ is kind of red. Oil is kind of up. So oil going up means higher rates. So I think we could. It depends on how markets start to react at the opening bell. But we could see that.
I mean, would a $100 to $200 drop in one day? I mean, is that a standard thing? I mean, does it normally drop that much? I mean, or is that kind of significant?
I mean, that's a big move, a couple $100 drop. So like where we're at now, we're at 45. We're basically like 4500s. A drop down there would be at 4300s. So yeah, like just to look how big of a drop that would be.
I'm just curious because I don't know gold's normal movement like patterns, or like
Yeah,
general.
that would be right here. So that'd be a pretty big drop. It's not outside the realm of. It's not like it's unheard of. Like it happens. It's definitely not a normal move for gold, I would say.
Okay.
Gold will temporarily go down. Good luck, Blaze. So can we assume this person is all in shorting gold today, right or no? Just a told you so hindsight trader.
How dare you call me that? No, I'm kidding.
I don't think he's talking about. I think he's talking about GP.
I know.
Maybe. Yeah.
I know. I'm just teasing.
Listen, guys, it's okay. People can have different opinions on what's going to happen. $100 drop in gold's not crazy. $100 drop in gold would be down to here. I think that's well within the realm of possibility. Like $100.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Well,
Like this is a $100 drop. Like we can do that. That's not that big. $200 drops less likely, of course.
Well, John, you're perfectly allowed to have your own opinion as long as it's not different from mine.
I know, dude. Listen, and some would say it is, Britt. Some would say it is different.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, it does go different sometimes. Here's the Nasdaq. Hold on, wait. Here's the NQ. NQ basically flat today. I don't know what to do with this.
Me either. I've just been kind of watching it. I don't think, barring some decent movement, I'm probably not going to do much today in this regard.
And I do want to be honest, guys. I did lose my 150K account. I lost it. I took a swing. I was trying to build a big cushion up, and I got a little bit too greedy yesterday, and I lost it. I'm not very happy about it. I will accept the shame of defeat here, guys. I'm going to buy another one right now, but I will accept the shame of defeat here with this thing.
All right, but no seppuku.
I know, bro. I know, dude. It feels bad, man. It feels bad. You don't like losing, you don't like losing money. Some say losing money's not good. And
that's what I've heard. I mean, unless you just like losing money. Some people are into that,
Yeah. There's a very famous quote, and it says, sometimes you win, and sometimes you learn. And I definitely learned on this instance. But the good thing, the good thing is that Lucid allows 50% off twice. So I can buy another one right now. And I think I will, guys. I think I will buy another one right now.
Oh, will you?
It was funded, Ty. It was a direct-to-funded Lucid 150K right now. You can get it for like $420 twice. You can use the Lucid discount code twice, right? And so, again, I'm gonna buy one right now. But if you want to do one with me, look, this is the one I bought and I lost yesterday. I had like a nice $1,000 cushion on it too, man. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna build like a $2,000 or $3,000. I just got greedy. Greed, for lack of a better word, is not good for John and beginner trading, they say. But it was this one right here. If you use my coupon code again, you can get this one right here for $420. So 150K direct to funded account, $420. That's what it was. And that's what we're gonna buy again right now. Again, if you want to buy one with me, they are an affiliate of mine. Use coupon code BGT. It'll give you that discount. 50% off. You can use it twice. But there's the code right there. Or there's the link right there. Use coupon code BGT. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. But yeah,
it's a good discount, and sometimes you got to risk it to get the biscuit. I've heard that said.
Yeah, for sure. I know I was up at that. Like I was up. That's why I was like, let me take the risk. Honestly, bro, this news, it really what happened was like I was in a big position, taking a big risk, and some news dropped and just dumped the market so quickly, and I was just like, shit.
Just crashed out like before you could do anything about it.
Right, just dropped so freaking fast. I can't remember what news it was, but it was just not very fortunate. I wasn't very lucky in that trade, but it happens. I could laugh about it because it's all good. It happens. I'd rather be honest with you guys instead of not saying anything about it.
Yeah, he can totally laugh about it on stream because he's already been crying all night.
Yeah, I cried last night. I'm okay now. I got the tears out the way. Tears over fears. You know what I mean?
Tears for fears. I love your fake crying. It's really funny.
Yeah. I cried a little bit. It's done now. We're back. We're okay. Don't judge me.
Yeah, John's very manly though. So like realistically, it was just one single tear that he allowed to escape.
I know. I was at my daughter's school yesterday because they had like a little ceremony thing, and we saw my daughter goes, "Look, a bunny." And I was like, I won't say bunny. That's not masculine enough. I got to say rabbit. I was like, I'm not saying bunny. I was like, that's not a bunny. That's a rabbit. And my daughter was like, no, daddy, it's a bunny. And I was like, I never say bunny. I'm too strong for that. I'm too strong for that, you know. It's a rabbit.
See, yeah.
Okay, it's a rabbit. It's an Easter
Yeah.
rabbit. Okay.
Like the word bunny just wouldn't feel right coming out of, like, you know, that masculine jawline, you know.
Right. Yeah, for sure. You know, we got you know, an appearance to keep up here, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna buy another one of these accounts right now. Let's buy it. Let's buy it here, guys. Again, you can use coupon code $420 here, guys. Look at this, $420. This is the temp 2 at 150K. Normal price is $840. That's what I'm saying. You get 50% off.
Big savings, guys. Get in on it. You need it.
Yeah, look at this. $420. $420. Ugh. Let's buy.
The glazing here reminds me of Krispy Kreme.
Who's glazing who?
I don't know. But stop reminding me of Krispy Kreme. It's early in the morning where I am. It's time for breakfast, and I want donuts. Stop talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, this is the opposite of glazing. This is making fun of me, you know? So.
Yeah.
All right, here's the NASDAQ. All right, we are in here, guys. We're in here. I think we got our account. Did it let me buy it? It did. Okay, we're in there. Chat. I think I still have the first one, too. How much money do I have left on the first one? Actually, no. No, I still have this. Hold on, wait.
Wait, did you just buy one when you didn't need to?
No. I still probably needed to. The max loss, the trailing drawdown on this account, and I will lose this thing or win. Can I come back in this account? Long or short right now, let me know. Long or short. Because what's the max loss here? Hold on. Lucid trading. The max loss in this thing is the daily loss limit. The max loss is 5K. I am down 4,500. I've got $500. So we're still alive. Actually, no, I'm sorry. 4,840. But I think I made a little bit. So I think I'm net down $4,500. Ooh, no. Yeah, so look, here it is.
Win or lose trying.
I think the only thing I can do in this account right now, look. Account balance 145.548. Minimum balance 145.388. So I've got like $170 here, bro. I think I can do it. Let's see if I can come back here. I'm gonna try.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we're gonna go for it right here. Let's see. Long or short, let me know. We're pretty close though. We're not looking very good.
One of those two.
I guess short. I'm gonna take micro contracts and just try to build up like a small. I think the only way to really approach this is I gotta build a small contract. Like if I can build a few $100s up, the drawdown is end of day. So if I can build a couple $100s up, I maybe can take a couple good swings when markets get a little bit more favorable. I think short makes sense. So I'm gonna start really, really small and then add to it if it goes in my favor, and just see what happens here. You know. See what we get. We'll see what we get.
I want to learn scale trading next or first.
Yes. So look, we're up $14. Can y'all not hear the music? Yeah, I believe too. It's a start, you guys. It's a start. How do you set a stop loss on what?
Just says on public. I don't know if.
Yeah, chat. Long or short right here? I am short right here. I see McClevin, Cato say long, go long in the E-mini. I'm using 1 mini contract on whatever the robot says today. Long. You can do it, John. I heard that in a very in a Cajun man's accent. Like, you can do it, you know. Are you trading or gambling?
Man, little John can do it.
A little bit of both.
You gotta throw man in there whenever you're doing like a Cajun accent. Man, you could do it, you.
A shot.
That's how they talk. I got people down there.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I got family down there. I'm not like being silly or anything.
No, we're from Louisiana, guys. We're Cajuns. Okay. Why are we taking? Are we in a bear market? No. Why are you asking that every day, bro? No, we're not in a bear market.
Does he ask that every day, really?
Yeah, I explained every day. Look, we're not in a bear market. A bear market would be specifically long-term downward trend. Like we've been breaking all-time highs, brother. We're not anywhere near a bear market right now. Last
Yeah, I
bear
mean,
market we were in was like 3 years ago.
yeah, and I mean, haven't we been trending up pretty heavily, like over the last year specifically?
Not over the last month and a half. Yes, last year no.
I thought we've been
Um,
breaking all-time highs all year.
yeah. We've been breaking all. It depends, right? The Iran conflict started, so not quite all year. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit off here. I think I have to kind of scalp some profit into this and try to salvage this account.
Okay. And
Bear market
forgive me
started
for-
yesterday. People have forgotten what red even is. They see 0.4% and think it's a bear market. Yeah, for sure. All right, so we
And
took some
forgive me-
profit here.
Yeah. Forgive me if I'm wrong about some of this stuff, guys. I mean, like, just bear with me. Remember that I'm learning as well. You know.
Yeah, that's the news, Charlie. That's tanking markets right now. Yeah, I am short right now. But I'm trying to let I'm getting in small, and I'm gonna add to it if it goes in my favor. I'm trying to salvage this account. I just bought another $150,000 account, so it doesn't matter. But still.
I can't believe you got 150 grand to burn, John.
Oh no, dude. I do.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah,
The Iran news. Yeah, I see people asking what the Iran news is. The Iran news is that the supreme leader there basically said that their uranium cannot leave Iran. It's not going to be leaving Iran, and that's making people skeptical about a potential deal done because that's one of the deal breakers. All right, so we're green here.
Honestly, I mean, we don't. I mean, the world doesn't really need it to leave Iran as long as nobody else can get to it.
Yeah, no, 100%. All right. Should I add to this or take profit here? Kind of want to take profit. I know that's like the wimpy thing to do, but
Honestly, since you're just starting out the day, I mean, I would take a little profit where you could, and at least starting out.
yeah, and looking at oil here, man, like oil. Look at the previous closing price. So look at where we rejected on the Nasdaq. We rejected right here, right at the previous close, like right there at the previous closing price. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. With the drawdown, I need to take profit. If I'm gonna try, if I'm gonna try, I should probably trade very carefully today with this thing. But look, we did reject at the previous closing price. That's why I went short right here. Is just because I figured, previous closing price might reject. I almost got out at the bottom here. Oil's still elevated too, though. A lot of this depends on news. Walmart reported earnings. They're finally seeing some of the oil. They're finally seeing some of the oil spikes reflected in their stuff. They kind of came in disappointing. They lowered guidance for Walmart.
Hold on. Oh,
Yeah, we got 30 minutes before jobless claims unemployment filings come out as well, chat. So we got some stuff going on today.
I saw you say earlier that you've literally seen gas prices double where you are, and I'm nothing too specific. I'm not trying to ask for anything personal, but just roughly, what area are you in?
Yeah, I like I said, I got gas the other day. It was like $4.30 for 87 octane.
Yeah, I got it. Mine was $4.69 for non-ethanol. I mean, it's 87 octane, but non-ethanol.
Yeah. Kind of crazy.
Okay, Ty.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ty.
You guys red or green so far today? We'll see if me getting out of that trade is early. California is always expensive. Oil to 150. You guys red or green today? Also, speaking of that, not only am I going to ask where you guys are from, but what is gas like in your area? Again, mine was $4.30 in Texas for 87. Where you guys from? How much is gas where you're from?
Yeah, I'm kind of out in the country, so my gas is probably 20 to 30 cents more expensive than the closest big city, which is Baton Rouge. I'm about an hour away from Baton Rouge, and so if I got non-ethanol gas there, it probably would have been 430, 440.
Yeah, I see 460 in Florida. Arizona's 469. Oklahoma 399. It's not that bad. Weston says Palm Beach 454, North Carolina 375, San Diego 648. Whew. That Cali gas, brother. That Cali gas. Western Australia, $1.
Dude, when I was leaving your house the other. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say San Antonio 420, Austin $4, Sean $5. Gas is $6 on average in Seattle. Ohio diesel $6.25, $5 because Illinois charges a 60-cent gas tax. Over $6 here in Cali. We're in the green today. €2 per liter.
I'm assuming that's 850 euros. I'm not sure how to read the comma part actually. So
Florida 450. Georgia 347. That's not bad. 347 is pretty cheap. South Africa about $1.70.
What? Well, I mean, I'm assuming that's in their currency, but
yeah. 409 in Western Oklahoma.
And that's also probably like per liter, I'm assuming.
Well, you got to understand the dollar goes farther in other countries a lot of the time, you know. So
I know. No, yeah, I know.
20 a liter in India. Georgia 370. So
I'm assuming at least some of these people are doing like a conversion into dollars before they give us the figure, but I don't know.
Yeah, probably. U.S. gas is cheap compared to what we get in Canada. Yeah, I lived in Canada for a while. It was expensive. I remember getting gas there was expensive. Double cheeseburgers were expensive. Back when I ate at McDonald's, you know, I'd go there. Double cheeseburger. Double cheeseburger was like $4 something. I mean, it was Canadian money, which is worth a little bit less, you know, than the U.S. money. But I was still pretty upset about it, you know. Now they allowed casinos at 19 in Canada, so I was okay with it. You know,
in the currency in Canada, loonies and toonies.
Loonies and toonies are coins, right? So loonies and toonies are coins. So like a loonie, I believe, is $1 coin. A toonie is a $2 coin, if I remember correctly. Like I said, I lived there for a while, so loonies and toonies are like dollar coins.
Okay.
Yeah. Y'all can correct me, Canadians, if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I remember loonies and toonies.
Also, when I was leaving your place the other day, I was on one of the service roads, and I wasn't that far away, like just probably like 5 miles or so. And dude, 93 octane gas was $5 a gallon.
Yeah, dude. Or 90? You said 93 octane?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I believe that. Yeah, because one of my cars requires 93. It's not fun filling it up right now.
No.
But yeah, one of the big breaking stories here, guys, is quantum. Like, quantum stocks are gapping up. Like, look at QBTS this morning. And this is after the Trump administration is investing $2 billion. We went over the article earlier, but I'm just going to recap it here. $1 billion of the package will be awarded specifically to IBM here. And IBM obviously is gapping up pretty significantly on this. Chipmaker Global Foundries is receiving $375 million of this. Again, they are gapping up. You can see this as well. The rest of the companies are going to receive $100 million each, except for Dirac, which is slated to get $38 million. Multiple other public companies, including D-Wave, Rigetti, and more, are gapping up on this news as well. So you guys bullish on quantum after this news here, chat? $2 billion will get gulped up pretty quickly. Yeah.
I don't know. Also, for whoever asked earlier, there's 3.785 liters in a gallon.
Yeah. And with this said, quantum's still probably really early. Now, long-term, maybe. But, like, it's one of those investments you might hold for a while in a loss until you finally make money, you know, for quantum. So it's one of those investments you might just be in for a long time before you actually make money. And we'll see, guys. We'll see. What's your favorite quantum stock to buy right now? Are you buying it, and are you holding it right now? What do you guys think?
Are quantum stocks already, like, pretty heavily weighted, or are they just really starting to break out?
They're not really heavily weighted at any type of indexes. They have been, like, going back and forth. Like, quantum really started to get big here, you know, a few years ago. And they went on this big parabolic, like, run. Like, quantum stocks went from, like, a couple bucks a share or less. You know, Rigetti was, like, under $1 back here. It went all the way up to 58, like mid to late last year. So they went on a big run. They had a lot of hype for them. But since then, they've kind of faded back down. Like, I think people realized how early it was in quantum before we get, like, true functional quantum computers that goes, like, more broad in the world.
Basically, the technology wasn't quite viable yet.
Right. Like, it looks really promising. There's a lot of potential there, but it's still not guaranteed to be the future of this. So we've seen some corrections in these. But again, they're back up today. Maybe this reignites another bull run for quantum. It's very possible. Inflection is IF&Q. IBM holds the title. Yeah, IBM. They're the big winner here in this. IBM up to 240.
What does that mean? What they just said?
What
you just read? Whoever's comment.
She's giving me the symbol for inflection, which is one of the companies mentioned in the deal.
Oh, inflection. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I read about it earlier. I just, the way she said it, I thought she was just using the word inflection.
Yeah. No, she's just telling me the symbol of what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. So I asked people what their favorite quantum stock is. A lot of people said IBM. I think IBM's a pretty safe bet. It's
well, it's a very storied company.
Yeah. It's been around a long time. People know the symbol, the letters IBM. If the government is investing in them, they will be big. Photonics is the way currently. IONQ is the best tech out of the three. QBTS, IONQ, and Rigetti. Yeah. As long as attacks don't resume, oil probably sideways. Yeah, so INFQ is here. It's gapping up pretty big too. Yeah, all of these are gapping up. A big investment by the government's obviously good.
Did you know IBM's 110 years old?
Is it really that old, bro?
Yeah, dude. I was shocked, but it was founded in 1911. Like, I knew it was old, but I just looked up how old, and that was very unexpected.
It must have been called something else in 1911, no? It had to be.
So IBM has been around for over 110 years. It was founded in 1911 as the Computing, Tabulating, Recording Company, CTR, and was renamed International Business Machines Corporation in 1924.
Okay. That's still really early for IBM, but hey,
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, I'm not telling you to short anything here, guys. I'm not, I don't freaking know what you should do, dude. Be careful, So the Bank of England's Taylor speaking right now. We do have jobless claims unemployment in about 20 minutes here, chat. About 20 minutes for jobless claims unemployment. We'll see what we get. But yeah, jobless claims unemployment, 20 minutes. Bull or bear on this? Jobless claims unemployment expected again. 210,000. Previously, it showed up at 211K. We have the Philly Fed Index going live. We have building permits, housing start data also going live at 8:30. And so we got a pretty decent list of data releases here. Now, one of these data releases is probably not going to move markets, but maybe the combination of all these reports, building permits, housing starts, jobless claims, and the Philly Fed Index going live all simultaneously, maybe it moves things. We'll see. The NASDAQ is really slow today. NASDAQ's really not moving much.
A couple of small vessels have docked at the T Jetty oil terminal of Carg Island, the first to do so in several days.
Okay, so that's optimistic.
Yeah.
Oil's not really moving, so not unless we got it really early, but...
And also IEA ready to act to coordinate further strategic oil reserve releases if necessary.
Interesting. Do I need to turn Brit up at all? Is he lower than me, guys? I can turn the music down, turn Brit up a little bit.
I'm always lower than you, John.
I know. Listen, I'm just a loud guy.
No. I just mean you're just better.
I'm taller, better, smarter, faster. I wear PF
Smarter,
flyers.
better, faster, stronger,
Yeah. That's true. All of it. It's all true. But yeah, we'll see what oil does here. Is Brit loud enough, chat? Answer the question. Do it now.
Tell us now.
Bullish on Camping Gill. I don't know why I sounded British when I said that.
Well, it was just your
picture. Look at me and Jack. Just a good.
It was your atavism shining through, John. Is what it was.
Perhaps volume is good. Don't change it. Sounds like Homelander. Too loud. Brit is cool.
Thank you.
2 cookies.
I appreciate that. You're cool too, I think.
You still in Target? I sold a lot of Target yesterday. I got it at like 87s or 86s or something, and then I sold it right around where it is now. I still hold a little piece of it, but it's not a big piece. So I'm in a little bit, but it wasn't a huge piece. All right, guys. Jobless claims, unemployment filings going live in 19 minutes. 19 minutes.
Can't wait.
Yeah,
but I guess I have to. 19 whole minutes.
Yeah, we'll see if it moves markets here. Is what it is.
I mean, realistically, do you think? I mean, like, I know it may happen, but do you realistically think that all three of those releases combined will move markets, or not?
I don't know. It's
not?
hard. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell, really. Like, we don't know if it's going to be good, bad. We don't know if the report's going to be good, bad.
Yeah.
It depends on what they show up as versus expectations. Is really what the deciding factor is going to be. Like, what do they show up versus expectations? You know,
yeah,
they show up high, great. You know, they show up low, or they show up. If jobless claims show up low, we'll see. We'll see. It depends on how much.
There's a chance.
Yeah, if jobless claims show up super high, over expected, that might make markets go down. Fears of economic conditions worsening. If Philly Fed index shows up super weak and jobless claims show up high, that might kind of exacerbate the movement. If it's the opposite, if like Philly Fed data shows strength and jobless claims come in low, which both signal a stronger economy than expected, you know, that could make things go up or down. Honestly, I think with this report, you know, you got to understand the big prime fear in markets right now is inflation, and so there's a chance that like lower claims and a stronger Philly Fed manufacturing index scares markets more, makes yields go up. You know, gives less of an argument for rate cuts. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just kind of throwing some hypotheticals out there. Bitcoin has dropped today. Bitcoin closed yesterday at about 78K. It's now at about 77. So Bitcoin is down. Oil is recently moving up a little bit. We did have some oil spikes over the last few minutes. Let me make sure we don't have any breaking news here. Let's check it out. Bank of England's Taylor says GDP growth is sluggish, set to remain.
I don't see anything on there.
Yeah, I don't see anything across the wire. I see NEO guidance suggests a stronger May-June period, 80.6 to 85.6 thousand additional vehicles required to meet targets over the final 2 months of quarter 2. Yeah.
There?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Oh, no, I thought I lost you.
No, I'm here. Bitcoin failed to break out. It's going to be a slow grind back. Yeah. We'll see. I hope you're wrong, but it looks like I should short again, but I think I'm going to wait. I like old Bitcoin. All right, guys.
Let's see.
MicroStrategy has earnings in July. Hegseth is speaking. Is he? Is Hegseth speaking right now? Is old Heggy talking? That would make sense why oil is up, but I don't think he is. I don't see anything. Yeah. Where's I don't think he's speaking. I would usually see him on the browse page. YouTube did this thing. They changed their algorithm like a year ago. And they made it to where subscribers don't mean anything anymore, right? Like, it has to do with the browse homepage now, you know? So, like, subscribers mean something, but they mean much less than they did, you know? Which is interesting. But yeah, Hexet's not speaking right now. I don't see anything. I'd also be getting quotes. I'd be getting quotes on him if he was.
Oh, yeah, no, like, this is... It's saying it's live, but it looks like it was 20 hours ago.
Yeah, I don't see Hexet speaking. I would be getting his quotes if it was, and I don't see his quotes anywhere. 15 minutes, guys. 15 minutes. Keg's breath. Yeah.
He does seem like the kind of guy who would have done a keg stand back in the day, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Surface Now, what do you guys think about that? Yeah, I mean, software companies are interesting to watch. They've had some rebounds. Here's Surface Now. Here's Microsoft. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, jobless claims unemployment filings going live in 14 minutes here, chat. 14 minutes. Software bull. Is it time to buy up software stocks, guys? Yes or no?
You mean because they're in the software apocalypse thing?
Yeah, well, we've had some big pullbacks in a lot of them here. A lot of people look at Microsoft, and apparently I'm in Microsoft. I got one of the best entries. Where's my Microsoft entry? 387s. We got a Microsoft here.
Yeah, I love your realization about that. I am in Microsoft.
I am in Microsoft, guys. I am ping pong. I am in Microsoft. But no, I got in Microsoft right here, apparently. I bought it sometime down here.
In the words of Judge Dredd, I am the law.
Yeah, that's a great movie, bro. That was one of the
I mean,
first R-rated movies my parents let me watch. Was the old Judge Dredd, the old
Yeah,
Judge
the good
Dredd.
one.
Yeah, the one with Sly in it. That was the first one.
Well,
But
honestly,
yeah,
the new one actually was good in my opinion, but the old one just like has a timeless feel to it, you know.
yeah. No, I agree.
And also, Rob Schneider
Microsoft.
was funny in it.
So I asked people, is it time to buy software? I see yes. Do you think Arrive AI can come back?
Where are some of the big software stocks right now? Like
Microsoft, ServiceNow. ServiceNow's gotten absolutely hit though. This thing has dropped. This is one of the big ones on the software apocalypse. Is ServiceNow. You can kind of see it's dropped from 211s all the way down to 100. Though it's down over 50% in the last year. Starting to get a little bit of a rebound. It's back over $100. I think that's good for sentiment and all that stuff. But
I mean, but you do think it's gonna work its way back up? Most
yeah,
likely.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work its way. It might take some time because of inflation. Maybe we'll see it get back up there eventually. But I think
Well, my point is, if it's that low, I mean, it might be worth picking up a few shares.
yeah. I mean, look,
Long term.
it's definitely cheap relative to where it could have been right now. So it's cheaper, obviously, than it's been. Maybe it's time for a discount. Maybe we'll get an exhaustion bounce, but will it continue down? The big question is whether AI replaces software to an extent that people are worried about. So, like, will AI replace software like that? And if it does, you know, companies like Adobe, companies like ServiceNow, companies like Microsoft, people are really nervous about. Adobe's gotten absolutely destroyed over the last year as well. So, yeah, I don't know. Intuit. Yeah,
Yeah,
Intuit was one of the stories.
I was gonna mention that actually. I saw the Solar
Yeah.
Winds comment.
Yeah, Intuit is one of the stories. Intuit, one of the stories that just got destroyed. What's Intuit? Is it INTU, I think? Yeah. Intuit got destroyed yesterday. And again, this is like part of the reason this is happening is because like Intuit helps do like tax software. You'll see them do like stuff like that. The problem is that Intuit, you can use AI for a lot of this stuff now too. So Intuit's just getting beat up, understandably so. I don't know if I want to buy it either, to be honest, because I think there's too much risks that Intuit's just gonna, you know, continue to get kind of pushed down from AI replacing some of it. You know, I think most people see this too. All right, guys, jobless claims. All right, we got about 1,000 here. We still got 10 minutes until jobless claims. Let's see what we get. Bank of England, Taylor. Microsoft is AI, quantum fusion, software, cloud, data center. Yeah, Microsoft's more diversified for sure. I like Microsoft. But it's also one of those situations where right now Microsoft's getting hit, but Microsoft is involved with a lot. So Microsoft is what, there's a reason I bought Microsoft where I did. You know, like, am I going to buy ServiceNow? No. Am I going to buy Intuit? No. Am I going to buy Adobe? I don't know, maybe Adobe. But point is, Microsoft, the fears of Microsoft might be a little overblown versus some of the other software companies that we're seeing. And so I agree with that generally. What's up, Mama Pond? What's up, Fender? Bad news again. Yeah, I mean, oil back up. We'll see what happens, though. News is a little light this morning, but hey. Again, here is Nvidia today, guys. Nvidia had earnings yesterday. They did pretty good, but they are very flat on the day as well, and this is kind of influencing the rest of the market. Why is the market down? Well, the market's not really down that much, to be honest. I mean, it's slightly down. It's kind of following Nvidia's lead, but it's mostly choppy here. It's slightly down on the Nasdaq. If you want weird German songs, I am your man. Everybody likes weird German songs. Walmart exec now expects fiscal year 27 revenue to be towards the upper end of 3.5 to 4.5% guidance range. Yeah, a little bit of Nvidia hangover. We're in a bear market. All right, guys. Jobless claims, Philly Fed Index, and more. Nvidia said it was worried about chip production and assembly from Iran. Yeah, looking at bond yields ahead of this report. We'll see what the net price movement is. But bond yields are back up some today. Back over 4.6%. And yields are kind of rising right now as we speak here. You can see yields. 4.619%. So, yields are ripping. I don't know how big this is going to be. We got a lot of reports dropping simultaneously at 8:30. We have building permits, housing starts, jobless claims, and the Philly Fed Index going live at 8:30. So it could move markets. We'll see. Like it could. But again, I don't know if markets are going to be fearful. I don't know if markets are going to just be fearful of inflation. Yeah, markets could fear inflation. All right, guys. Ooh, let's see what we get today. Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know the song. I can't remember what the song is called.
Please, for the love of God, did not play the song.
Yeah, I can't remember what the song is called here. I can't remember. I think it's this. Yeah, there it is. All right, guys. I might trade the. I'll trade one of my Lucid 150K on news. I'll trade the one that's in trouble. All right, guys. 6 minutes. It's time. It's time. We gotta lock in here, guys. Lock in. NASDAQ at 29,226 this year. Let's see what happens. But you should open your stream to this every day. Don't be greedy today. I'll try not to.
I think you should open your stream every day with relax.
Yeah, I love how the chat wakes up when the song plays. I gotta play it more. I hated it. Now I like the song. You know. The song is now endearing to me.
Inject some levity into the stream.
Yeah, that's right. Vibes are high. Yeah, that's right. Chat knows. Chat knows. All right. All right, guys, let's be serious.
What's Bitcoin doing this morning?
Bitcoin is down about $1,000.
Really?
Bitcoin. Yeah, it dropped. That seems big, but that's pretty normal flow for Bitcoin.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a huge stock, so I mean, it's not like a massive drop, but still, I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, here's Bitcoin right here. So Bitcoin is currently at 77K, 77. Was that about 78K yesterday? Maybe a little bit underneath it.
Okay.
200 won per liter, which is up 45%. So you're delayed on the stream. Hit the live button next to the play button, guys. We got 4 minutes left, but you're delayed a little bit on stream, friend. All right, so what do you guys want me to have up? Here's the NASDAQ, here's the S&P. I'm going to put the NQ and the S&P up to see how these move on this report. Here's the NASDAQ, here's the S&P, 7420s. $2,000 to $3,000 daily range. Yeah. Best song ever. Yeah, we're trying, bro. We're trying. I don't know. I don't think Nvidia is going to move that much from it. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the live button. And let's get started here. Guys, let's get started. We have 1,200 people here. We have 3.5 minutes left. Can we break 1,500 viewers during the jobless claims report? So the president said to announce decision today with the EPA administration to delay phase-out requirements for refrigerants and hydrofluorocarbons, according to Bloomberg. Not really market moving.
Tension is palpable. Can't wait for this.
It's here.
This jobless claims release.
And again, I don't know if it's going to move markets. We'll see. Jobless claims today. Again, chat, expected today in 3 minutes at 210. Last time was 211. We do have housing starts expected at 1.42 million. Building permits expected at 138 million. Philly Fed index dropping simultaneously, expected at 17.6. So a little bit of a pullback expected for the Philly Fed data. But the NASDAQ and the S&P are falling a little bit leading into this. So I am going to put it in sub-only mode right now. So subscribe, guys. Show support for the channel and subscribe. We appreciate it. We are in sub-only mode now.
We appreciate all the love. So.
Yeah. $29,000 retest today on the NASDAQ. Yeah, I mean, it looks short right now. I mean, we had that news about Khamenei saying that uranium was supposed to is going to stay in Iran, which kind of cancels out part of the deal that they wanted to get done, and the president has been touting over the last few days. And so oil's back up. NASDAQ is back down today. And so we'll see what jobless claims does, but yeah, releases in less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. Yeah, tomorrow we actually have some genuine data coming out next week. We have GDP, we have PCE data going live at the end of the week next week. PCE last time showed up at core PCE is the big one. Last time showed up at 3.2% for core. Headline showed up at 3.5%. So I'm curious to see what the April PCE data looks like next week. We also have GDP. It showed up last time at 2%. So all right, here we go. We have about 1 minute left, chat. About 1 minute. All right, here we go. I don't know if it's a good time to buy RRE, and we have 50 seconds left, chat. 50 seconds. All right, jobless claims to get expected at 210. We have Philly Fed index data.
What do you guys bet? Where
Bull or bear? Bull or bear, guys. Let me know if you're bull or bearish on this report right now. Bull or bear in the chat. We have 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Hit the live button next to the play button. Put it in 2x speed. Let's see what we get today. Bear. Mostly bears. All right, here we go. Jobless claims drops in 20 seconds. Hit the live button. I see some bulls in there. The bulls are here. Mostly bears, though, it looks like. But I see some bulls. So, all right, guys. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Let's see what the jobless claims report shows here today, guys. Expected at 210. We get the Philly Fed index dropping and all that stuff right now. Jobless claims data showed up at 209,000. They revised the previous one actually down, though. They're up to 212. So this one showed up a little bit less than expected at 209, which is a little bit stronger than jobs. The Philly Fed index showed up at negative 0.4, much weaker than the 17.6 expected for the Philly Fed index. So lower jobless claims basically break even, though. They revised the previous jobless claims up, showing weaker numbers last time. Housing starts showed up at 1.465 million. So housing starts did show up at 1.465 million. I might actually short some of this report. Hold on, let me get a trade in here. I might actually short some of this because I don't think this data is good. Not unless you could interpret it as better for inflation potentially here. But I'm gonna short this here. You know what? We don't have that much room in this account, but we will play with it here. Let's see what happens. Definitely a risky move though. I would take 3 contracts here. I believe I can make money here, guys. I believe I can make money. But jobless claims showed up, again, slightly lower than expected, although they did revise the last one down. The Philly Fed index showed up at a negative print versus a positive expected, a much bigger positive than expected here. So Philly Fed showed up at negative today, negative 0.4 for Philly Fed index, negative 0.4. And here's the jobless claims report here. You can kind of see the graph right now. Help me watch this trade. I do have to pay attention to it. So help me pay attention to this trade, guys. But here's the jobless claims print. In the week ending May 16th, 209, decrease of 3,000. The previous week's level was revised up by 1K from 211 to 212 here. And you can see the numbers. But the one I'm kind of worried about, the Philly Fed data is a little scary here. The Philly Fed data showed up at a negative 0.4. Versus a positive, I'll put this data up on chat right now, but a negative 0.4 versus a positive 17 expected here. So, but housing starts were stronger than expected, 1.465 million versus 1.4 1.41 million expected. Building permits also stronger than expected at 1.442 million versus 1.4 expected here. So if there is some bullish data, it could be building permits and housing start data. But we'll give it a second to get baked into the market. We are shorting this. And yeah, let's see what we get. I'm slightly short though, slightly short. But yeah, I'll put the data up on screen right now.
So we've had a retraction in manufacturing activity then, huh?
Yes.
That's
Per this
not
report,
good.
yes. Yeah, so here's the data for jobless claims numbers. Gotta find the chat. We got too many windows up here. Here's the chat data, sorry. That's jobless claims right there. You can see the jobless claims numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Philly Fed data is bad. It's not good. All right, there we go. We're dropping a little bit. Okay, we're going to take some off immediately here into this trade. Oh, my goodness. What just happened, bro? Look at that candle. Something just happened here. Hold on. Some news just happened.
Let's see.
Let's see. Something just happened to spike markets.
I don't see anything in Twitter.
Something just happened for sure. Check the tweets.
Yeah, I am.
Check the tweets, but something just happened for sure.
Nothing on Truth.
This is definitely something. Look at this. Look at this candle, guys. Something just happened here. I don't see anything on Truth either. I expect the news to populate pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm
President Trump's effort to lower beef prices conclude probable White House to halt plans to temporarily reduce import tariffs, according to Politico, citing sources. I see this news right here.
A tariff reduction?
Yeah, I see that. I don't know if that's what's driving this, though, but it could, I guess. I see this news right here in chat, guys. This is what I see. But I don't think this is what it is. Something just happened, though. That's a big green candle. It's definitely catalyst-driven of some sort.
Yeah, but it's already meeting resistance.
Yeah.
A little.
Yeah. You always say this, and it never has to be always. This is not. Markets are not going to react to the jobs report 3 minutes later. So this is not the jobs report that's moving markets. This is almost certainly a catalyst of some sort.
Yeah, I mean, oil's down to like $1 a barrel.
Is it?
Almost, not quite.
Yeah, if oil's falling simultaneously, yeah, oil's dipping and the Nasdaq's ripping. So, yeah, it's definitely some type of catalyst. Yeah, oil's falling down.
It's
almost
weird that we
$1 a
can't
barrel.
find it.
Yeah, oil's dipping down too. And what you see is you see people start to pile into the stream though, like when we have big moves like this, because they know something's going on as well.
Yeah.
The only thing I could maybe think of is that news we posted about efforts to lower beef prices divided top admin officials, some of his closest allies, prompting the White House to halt plans to temporarily reduce import tariffs. But oil dipping and the Nasdaq pushing shows somebody knows something. It could be insider trades getting baked in. It could be the halting plans to reduce import tariffs.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the beef move either.
It's not a huge move, but
check Nvidia.
It's definitely impacted by something.
Well, with oil going up, oil dropping pretty quickly, you can see look, here's oil right here, right? So number one, we can pull up oil. Number one, look, so 830 didn't make the market move. Look, like you can see the volume spike in both the Nasdaq and the S&P, not at 830, but 3 minutes later. So it's either insider trades. You can also see oil doing a similar thing here. Look, this is not at 830. This is at 833 market time. And so could be insider trades, could be just weirdness. Who knows, man? But something, it looks like it happened.
Jonatas Gabriel.
Iran reviewing U.S. proposal breaking from Al Jazeera. So that could be it. Iran reviewing proposal.
Yeah, Jonatas or whatever said the same thing. It's something related to Iran war. Poly market is reacting.
Yeah, I see Iran. Turkey liquidated almost all of its treasury holdings in March. Is something else that I see here.
What would prompt that, I wonder?
Yeah, I don't know. Oil continues to fall, though. So this seems like somebody with insider knowledge.
Someone said the treasury short oil futures. If true, that could be it.
Yeah, that could definitely be it.
You might be right, Sam.
Yeah. No, 100%. That could be it. That's what I'm looking at. So yeah, White House is pushing back on Reuters reports that Iran is drawing a hard line in nuclears, according to Fox's Hasni posting citing sources. So basically, they're disputing the news about Khamenei saying that nuclear material needs to stay in the United States or in Iran. So yeah, so this is what it is. Supreme Leader has issued a directive. Okay.
Other Iranian officials are disputing it or refuting it, whatever you want to say.
This is the news that I'm seeing right now. Like I'll put this up in chat. So this is the news that I'm showing right now.
Okay.
Which is like, also, look, I'll put it up. So this is the news right here that I'm showing here.
Also,
White House is pushing. Yeah, White House is pushing back on a Reuters report that Iran is drawing a hard line in nuclear talks. Nuclear talks is what I'm showing. Look, this news right here that you can see at the comment at the bottom of the screen. And so again, guys, like y'all can get mad at me for saying this is some type of catalyst, but I think NASDAQ pushing up, oil dropping simultaneously, volume spiking, all of these things point to one of two things: either insider trades or somebody knows something. You know, now maybe it's breaking news in finance, maybe it's the news that we have on screen. I really don't know, but somebody knows something. You know, is what this is. Realistically,
dare you not know, John?
Yeah, somebody knows something here, dude. Like that is what this is. Somebody knows something.
If we can't find the news, it seems like it might be insider trading.
Well, no, I think it's Fox reporting that. I think it's Fox reporting that the White House is pushing back on a Reuters report earlier that Iran is drawing a hard line on nuclear talks. So basically, some of the news that spiked oil today was that Khamenei basically was saying that Iran's going to keep its uranium, you know, but part of the deal was that they would ship it to another country, right? And so that news specifically alone today made oil spike back over $100 a barrel, right? So here's that move right here. So you can see oil making this big move up today from that news specifically, right? And so if the US is coming out now basically saying that that's not true, you know, that's not a hard line, it's just rumors, then it makes sense for oil to drop some. I mean, it's not a huge drop, but you do see an oil spike, again, not at 830, at 833. And so it's some type of catalyst. This is some type of something. Somebody knows something here. And I'm guessing it's from Fox saying that the White House is pushing back on the post earlier. That's what it seems like to me is driving this. But, you know, who knows?
Okay. Oscar says IBM, Ionic, and Rigetti are all up. Can you check that?
Yeah, IONQ, Rigetti, and more are all up because of that $2 billion deal we talked about earlier in quantum. The U.S. is going to be investing $2 billion in the quantum companies. You know, the biggest winner.
I didn't hear you say that part earlier.
Yeah, we read the article.
Oh, I guess
the quantum article about the U.S. investing $2 billion.
Dude,
we talked about
honestly, it completely slipped my mind.
Remember, guys, we talked about this in an article earlier. IBM is the biggest winner here. They're investing the most in IBM. Like, just to put up IBM here, IBM gapping up pretty significantly, 238s. So yeah, all the quantum stocks, Rigetti, RGTI, gapping up, IONQ, QUBT, and more like quantum stocks are just gapping up on this news. Yeah, Brit tuned me out. I know, I feel it, bro. I feel it. Also, guys, check out Lucid here. Lucid right now offers 50% off for 2 times. 50% off for 2 times. I wouldn't waste it on evals. I would use it for direct to funded because they do let you use it on direct to funded. I bought my second 150K direct to funded account. You can get this one here. Coupon code BGT at checkout. You get this thing. Normally, it's like $800 or something like that. You can get it for $420. Use coupon code BGT at checkout. BGT, guys. I appreciate the
great deal, guys.
It's the best deal ever. It's the best deal ever. They're an affiliate of mine. I'm biased. I get paid by them. But genuinely useful here. The NASDAQ is starting to fade back down here. I kind of want to short, and I guess I will short. But I'm going to set a stop loss for sure here. I'm going to set a stop loss.
Nick, the bad thing is I've already had coffee.
Britt read a whole article this morning and forgot about it completely. Yeah.
I really did. I totally did.
Nvidia is dumping down right now. So Nvidia actually just fell to 222s. Part of that is what's driving the NASDAQ down here. but we are in here.
I don't know, Pew. You tell me.
Yeah, somebody said look for a tweet to come out in 15 minutes. That's why
Probably
John makes the big bucks.
You know it.
Yeah. 2 rupees a day is what I make. 2 rupees a day. It's a great deal. It's a great deal. Long or short right here, chat. Let me know. Are you long or short? Can you illustrate how you do a stop loss? I try to set a stop loss. I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. I try to set a stop loss at a mix of confirmed support and resistance levels, usually a little bit above it. So like we have this high at 7.5. I put mine at 7.9, give it a little bit more room. 200 exponentials right there. And I try to set at least a 1-to-1 ratio here. So in this trade, I'm looking for at least at 189s is what I'm targeting. Like at least 189s. So we will see. But stop losses at 279s. I'm looking for at least 189s right here. So, and we'll see if we get it. But I'll give it some time.
I don't know. What I do know is I believe in you, John.
I know. I believe in me too, Britt. And I believe in you, Britt, to forget articles. You know, that's what I believe in.
Well, keep believing it because it's probably going to happen again.
Never stop and forgetting articles, Britt.
Keep on keeping on.
Yeah. Nvidia fading down a little bit, though. I'm trying to see if I see any breaking news on Nvidia. Yeah, so a U.S. official told Fox News that Iran is determined to keep its enriched uranium within its borders, according to Al Arabia. All right, so we're green here, guys. We are green. What did I start the day in this account?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm about to look.
It's the best way to find out.
Yeah, checking. Some people say is good. Let's see.
Excuse me.
This is my Tradeify Cup account. We're up in it, but I gotta take some swings in that thing if we're gonna try to win this competition.
Also, guys,
Right.
don't forget to hit the like button. You know, subscribe, join the Discord. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we had Sherbert miss out on the giveaway yesterday. He won the giveaway, never said a word. You know, now I don't trust him. And then afterwards, we had a lot of imposters for Sherbert in the Discord. You know, we had a guy named Vanilla Sherbert show up. A lot of imposters here for Sherbert. You know, it was a conspiracy. And again, join our Discord because then we had this guy join. You know, this guy joined right here. Deep Frosty. You know?
I don't know why that name's funny.
Well, Deep Frosty joined, and now I'm like, okay, this is a conspiracy. You know, something's going on here. Deep Frosty. You know? Something's going on. And so join our Discord, guys. I do a morning market brief every morning, breaking down the big news. Before I even start the stream, I do the morning market brief. And so here's the link if you want to join our Discord, have some fun with us after the stream. It's been growing a lot. You love to see it. Check it out. Here's the link.
Yeah, join us. You guys will enjoy it.
Sherbert Spartacus.
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah. All right, so I'm in this trade. I'm short, I believe, but Nvidia dropped a lot. And now Nvidia's kind of bouncing back, so I might get kind of pushed out of this trade. Doubting Bernie. Yeah, I think his name was Herbert, but it was Fields Herbert. Fields is the guy that won. And then he just never showed up. But I call him now affectionately Sherbert. Will we ever see him again? I don't know. You know, we'll see.
The legend of Sherbert, huh?
Right, the legend of Sherbert continues. I'm in this trade, but again, part of me is like a little nervous about it because look at Nvidia here. Nvidia dipped and then rebounded back up. If Nvidia can keep dropping, I'm more optimistic here. So, Nvidia could drag the market down. Let's see. There we go. The Nasdaq's been choppy all morning. I think I'm going to take half of this off and just protect it. Again, I'm baby trading this thing because I hit the max loss. I thought I lost it this morning and then I checked it again and apparently I still have like $200 before I hit my max loss on this thing. So we got to baby trade this. We also have another 150K funded account that we're going to be trading at the open. So stick around for that. But we are baby trading this thing right now. We got to take baby steps this morning. Build up small profit, slowly scale up as the time goes on. I wanted 89s. I don't know if I'm ever going to have the heart to hold through this. I'm going to cut it right here. I'm sorry, guys. I gave a reward target. I forgot about where I'm at with the max loss. And listen, guys, when you make big gains like I do today, you know, you're just feeling it here, you know. You're just feeling it. I am up $6.50 today. You know, $6.50. I've made it. I've made it. Yeah, I've made it. Iran's Ghalibaf and Arachi were criticized for being too willing to make concessions to the U.S., according to AP reports. Since then, Vahidi has become main point of contact for those negotiating with Iran, according to sources. So, I do see this news right now. Again, Ghalibaf and Arachi were criticized for being too willing to make concession to the U.S., according to AP. Since then, Vahidi has become a main point of contact for those negotiating with Iran, according to sources. I don't know if markets are going to price this in as good or bad. I think maybe they're going to price this in as bad, but we'll see what oil prices do. Is this good or bad, guys? Let me know in chat right now. The Legend of Winning. All right. I'm going to write a book now. How to make money in day trading. You know. Reward yourself at Starbucks. Dude, I don't think I can get anything at Starbucks for that. It sounds great. Does it? I don't know much about Vahidi or whatever his name is. I don't know if he's more optimistic or what. But
hey, I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, all right, bro. All right, yeah, go do whatever you got to do, bro. Parker Hannafin strikes a $2.5 billion deal for Kroger. Or Kroger-owned Circle. But yeah, we got news earlier. Iran's supreme leader has issued a directive that the country's highly enriched uranium should not be sent abroad. Alright, so President posted a New York Post article titled, Here's How to Crush Tehran in 3 Moves. Let's see. Is this like how to lose a guy in 10 days? How to lose Iran in 3 moves? Where did he post it? I don't see it. I don't see it. Not on my end. Yeah, I don't see where he posted that at. Are y'all buying the SpaceX IPO? Where's Walmart at right now? Here's Walmart. Walmart down after lowering guidance from the Iran war, they said. How to lose an investor in 3 tweets? Not giving up uranium. Bad. Yeah. Alright, Nasdaq's still coming down. Maybe I should have held this. Short, a little scared though. I'll trade it. No way. I don't know the first 2, but the last move is Taco. OpenAI launching its IPO on Friday. Yeah, they are. We also have Warsh getting sworn in on Friday too. So we got some stuff. You know.
Alright, I'm back.
What's up, dude? How you feeling, bro? You feeling alright, man?
Yeah, I just started feeling really weak all of a sudden. I'm okay. I'm starting to feel a little better.
I know what'll make you feel better. The chat talking about how much they love you. Everybody talk about Britt in a good way, in a good light. You know, tell Britt how much he means to you guys. You know, that'll help.
Yeah, that'll definitely help. Sorry, it just hit me out of nowhere.
New Fed share market goes down. Philly Fed data was weak, yeah. Let's look at oil though. Again, we did see these weird moves in oil. Now oil's back up some. NASDAQ coming back down here. Brett, you're the GOAT. That's all right, Brett. Brett, I hope you feel better, dude. You know?
Thanks for the love, guys. I appreciate it.
I'm still gonna, I'm still gonna expect you to play Halo after the stream, Brett. I mean, you know.
I probably will. I'm already starting to feel a little better. I don't know what happened, honestly. I just got, like I said, just got really weak all of a sudden. But I'm getting back. I'm recovering.
Oil. I'm gonna let you finish, Brett. Oil, pop it up. 101. A little bit. Let's see what happens. Turkey sold nearly all of its U.S. Treasury holdings in March. I still think that could have been part of it.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Thanks for the love, guys. I appreciate it.
Tough as a brick. That's right. Oil at 101.05s right now. 101.05s. NASDAQ at 29,224s. Trump tweeted. I don't see a tweet here. I don't see any tweet from him. Treasury selling means yields go up. Where's yields at today? Yeah, so I rolled with that. I challenged the black belt at my gym. I told you guys I would if I lost that trade a while back. And I did. It's pretty bad, you know. He turned up on me. He knows I like guillotines, and so he basically just fished, like, he let me have the guillotine and then jumped over and freaking beat me up, dude. I asked my friend filmed it for me, and and I told, and he sent me the video, but I was doing something last night, and so I told him, I was like, I know you watched it. How bad is it? And he's like, we'll be honest. It was pretty one-sided. He said during a transition, he adjusted his hair and fixed his hair while he had you in a triangle choke.
Oh, God.
Video coming soon, guys. Video coming soon. Oil just dipped down here, though. Oil just dipped down here. Yeah. It's pretty messed up, dude. All right, oil back down to 100.8. I don't see any news. I guess I'm bearish on the NASDAQ. It looks bearish here. We're getting close to the lows. Is this the low of the day? Yeah, we're getting close to the lows of the day, which is right here at about 29.2s or so. So the closer we get, the more bearish I'm going to be. And this is a specific level I'm going to be watching in the NASDAQ here. So I'm definitely watching this level in the NASDAQ. Yeah, I'm a mediocre blue belt in jiu-jitsu, you know.
They call him Mediocre John.
Lost to a man bun. It's actually accurate. I did lose to a man bun, but he's a black belt. You know, so it'll make a funny video. It will. Tuesday's low. Yeah, I mean, look, we're right at the lows of the day here at 29.2. So we're right at the lows of the day. We've traded a little bit. You know, we're up a whopping $6. And so we'll see if we can hold that lead, you know, build it even into the open. We'll see. We'll see. Did I do a poll earlier? What did I do? Bull bear and jobless claims. Let's do another poll right now. Oh, did I end that poll or did I just never do the bull or bear poll? That's weird. Anyways, let's do another poll. Bull or bear for the open.
Yeah, it looks like you just never did a poll.
I know. I think I did one. Maybe I forgot about it. I don't know. PMI is 945 today. So it's not ISM PMI, so it's not the biggest market moving one, but we'll cover it. Putin says nuclear weapon usage is only a last resort measure. I'd hope so.
Yeah.
Again, Turkey liquidated almost all of its U.S. Treasury holdings in March after the Iran war began. So them selling off their bonds makes yields go up. Russia's Putin says, given growing tensions around the world, our nuclear triad must serve as a reliable guarantor of Russia's Belarus sovereignty. So Walmart CFO also said earlier that a number of gas gallons customers buy at Walmart stations fell below 10 for the first time since 2022. Declining gas buying is a sign of financial stress. Yeah, it's also because prices are up, obviously, you know. Head and shoulders on a 4-hour time frame. Yeah, I mean, look, as we get closer to these lows, I probably should have stayed in my short earlier, but that's all right. Yeah, early this morning, Kamani basically said nuclear uranium would stay. It should, you know, that he's going to try to make sure it stays in Iran, which kind of made people nervous. Oil's still up. NASDAQ still falling down here. We're at 29,200s. Nvidia all the way back down to 221s here. So Nvidia's actually reacting. Even though it had like great earnings, it's still down. NASDAQ just cracked lows of the day. Or not quite lows of the day. Lows of the day are technically 192.12s. We're at 198s, but we're getting really close to it here. Really close with the NASDAQ. So look at the NASDAQ fall. Oil's not really moving here. This is mostly driven by, I would say, like Nvidia weakness and other stock weakness. I did a poll. The poll is now live. 57% vote bear at the opening bell. 43% vote bull. With that said, I'm going to get an opening bell countdown timer here as well.
Are you bull or bear for the open, John?
I'm a little bearish, but I don't think it's easy to predict here. So I'm a little bearish, but I don't freaking know what we're gonna get, to be honest. Should have held that short. I should have held that short for sure. Quantum computing stocks are soaring before the bell on Thursday after they did a $2 billion. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, there's the poll's live right now, guys. You can vote on the poll. Yeah, you can vote. Nvidia was supposed to elevate the whole market. I guess the catalyst happened yesterday. 9 o'clock coming up. Yeah, here's the 9 a.m. scrum here. We'll see what happens. We're at 29,200s. Flat day, I'll take it. Yeah, so far we have been flat. Non-quantum. Log at the daily low. Yeah, we just cracked the lows of the day here. So we did just crack lows. And that's why, like, if you hear me say, hey, we're getting pretty close to lows, obviously I'm bearish. I don't think that's a crazy thought process. Like, again, I've said it once, I'll say it again. Once we break under a specific level here, like once we break under a specific level, the likelihood that we go down and test the low of the day, a big milestone level, makes sense, right? Look at oil start to surge a little bit more at 101.20s. NASDAQ breaking down, oil starting to rise some here. I don't know. I think this is just the 9 a.m. movement. But we'll see.
Yeah, I don't see any more news.
Yeah, I think it's just 9 a.m. movement. Effective federal funds rate 3.62% for May. Yeah, look at the NASDAQ just pop up here. So the NASDAQ just rebounded here on 9 a.m. orders going through. Back up to the top of the range. This is why I never short lows of the day. I might short the range down to the lows, but not the lows themselves. You know what this is a battle of? Supporting the dollar. Well, yeah, I mean, higher interest rates strengthen the dollar. Higher yields strengthen the dollar. If the Iran conflict settles down a little bit, then I'm sure the dollar's going to go down with it. Here's the Dixie right here. You know, and the reason this works, I talked about this yesterday on stream, but the reason higher interest rates benefits the dollar is because when rates are paid out more, people want to get in the U.S. market more, so they have to use dollars, right? And so it strengthens the dollar in that regard. But you can see since this conflict started, you know, it's kind of back and forth, but dollar's back up a little bit right now. We're at 99.3s. Higher yields, you know, rate hike likelihood odds and more kind of making the dollar move. But we'll see what happens with the Dixie. Oil back up to 101s here. I'm still kind of bearish though. Any news? Not really. I see IMF warns IMF warns France faces rising fiscal risks, urges them to implement pension and labor reforms, sees French growth slowing to 0.7% this year. Anthropic is in discussion to use Microsoft AI chips, according to the information as well. This news just dropped about a minute ago. And look at Microsoft rip on this news. This is good for me. I'm in Microsoft right now. Again, Anthropic is in discussions to use Microsoft AI chips. Is one of the things making the NASDAQ pop here. So here's some of the news that's just recently come out. Anthropic is in discussion to use Microsoft AI chips, according to the information. Microsoft just jumped on this news. Pretty good for me.
Well, you know, if you like to make money.
Yeah. Most of the time. Most of the time I like making money until tax day, and then I don't like it as much. You know?
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, so we'll see. Depends on how good Microsoft runs. Yeah, I don't know about yields. Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft keeps pushing up on this news. Anthropic's the big one. That's Claude. That's the main one I use is Anthropic, to be honest. Oil coming down a little bit, though. I don't know if this is catalyst driven or not, but oil falling a little bit here. I don't think so. Doesn't look big enough as a move. I don't know, 100.8s. Yeah, so Anthropic, Microsoft, and AI chips talks at an early stage, according to the information. Spot gold is down 1% to 4,500. Look at oil. Still watching the NASDAQ here. I still kind of want to short. I don't mind shorting this bounce. But again, I got to trade really, really small right now in this account. I'm going to short right here. Let's see what we get. We are short. We are down. I'm going to add 1 to this. Take 2 contracts. Give it a second. All right, there we go. We're almost flat. Now we are flat. We're green. We have to baby trade this. I usually trade larger than this, guys, but I think right now I have to kind of baby this. We're very close to the max drawdown in this one. See what happens. There we go. I'm gonna take a piece off. I gotta scalp these moves, guys. I know they're baby trades. I kind of have to scalp this. We're gonna get out. I'll take a swing at the opening bell, but until the opening bell, I gotta build up at least a small cushion here first. I probably could have held it. Top 3 wimpiest trader right now, but I think I have to get in and out quickly here. Yeah, so Bank of America survey shows growing expectations that the Fed may need to raise interest rates again. 14% of investors say conditions for a hike are already met. 38% believe the Fed would tighten policy if core inflation, and they're talking about PCE inflation, rises to 3.5% to 4% regardless of labor market strength. Overall, more than half of respondents see rate hikes as likely under certain inflation scenarios. Yeah, we looked at the Fed Watch tool earlier, and it was 56% likely that we're going to get a rate hike by the end of the year, that rates are going to be in the year higher than they are now, basically. Will we get a rate hike this year? That's a good question for the poll, although I've already done the bear bull poll, but I'll ask the chat. Will we get a rate hike this year? Microsoft is in talks with, hold on, look. Oil spiking up a little bit, NASDAQ dropping, Nvidia dropping also simultaneously. Microsoft is in talks with Anthropic. Will we get a rate hike this year, chat? I'll put the question in chat. Will we get a rate hike this year? Yes, yes, yes. Probably at least one hike this year. We see news real quick. Chad basically thinks yes, we will.
What do you think?
I think it's pretty 50-50. I think it all has to do with how long you think this Iran conflict lasts. If you think this Iran conflict drags on longer than another 3 months, I think there's a very good chance we get a rate hike, obviously. I think if the Iran conflict ends and somehow we get a deal done, even if it's just a tentative deal done right now, I think it leads to further talks and potential more deal, or better deal, more locked in, more final deal getting done. But yeah, I think it's 50-50 right now. It just depends on how long this conflict lasts. And I think it's really hard to gauge how long it lasts. I think a lot of people thought this conflict would be over by now. And you also have a lot of people that think it's going to get dragged on for years. I don't think it's that bad. But I think if it drags on for another 3 months plus, then we'll probably get a rate hike. No hike. Yes, unless there's a market crash. Rate hike means Bitcoin bottom.
Someone says yes unless we go into Cuba.
Absolutely. Trump's not going to be happy about a rate hike. No, he's not. And you got to think about, like, we do have wash at the Fed. Look at oil pop to 101.20s. The oil's still heading up slightly. Not a crazy move, but it's back up to 101.20s here. Highs of the day are highs of the day are right here in oil. So oil getting ready to potentially break the highs of the day now. NASDAQ could come down on this. Let's see. We have 22 minutes until the opening bell. Yeah, oil just broke highs of the day, guys. It's up to 101.45. We're talking about WTI futures. But 101.50 basically the high of the day now. NASDAQ falling down a little bit as well. You know, Microsoft in early talks with Anthropic made it pop up. It's at 430s right now. Oil just ripped. Ripped is a strong word. Oil just broke highs of the day, I should say. Look at oil,
oh, yeah.
Left side. On 30s now. NASDAQ coming down. I'm watching 29,200s on the NASDAQ here. Yeah, OpenAI. Anthropic's running compute from SpaceX. Compute IPO. What's up, Bruce? Yes. Quantum deal is up all foundries. Yes, yes. Probably, but probable. Probably at least one hike this year, yes. Gold dumping. Yeah, NASDAQ falling, oil spiking here. I don't see any news. But,
no, me either. And I've been looking. So,
yeah.
Yeah, still nothing. No tweets or anything.
Yeah, oil just elevated. Yeah, oil's popping right now. Over highs of the day are now 101.60. 101.60 highs of the day for WTI crude. NASDAQ falling. It'll be over by January. If we're still in Iran by November, they will lose midterms. Congress will vote to end the war. IBM and Anthropic formed a partnership, integrate Claude, IBM software. What would Trump nickname Warsh? I think maybe, yeah. Wishy-washy. That's what I'm going to go with. Yeah, I'm going to steal Britt's idea. I came up with that, guys.
It was totally him.
Wishy-wash is my go-to here. What will Warsh's nickname be? Let me know.
Washout.
Yeah, wash out. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Microsoft's up on being in early talks with Anthropic, who make Claude, right? Oil still elevated here, guys. So up to 101.70s. NASDAQ still falling down. Again, like I said, I'm watching 29,200s. But oil highs of the day now are at 101.84s, getting close to 102s for oil. So oil is rising over the last 10 minutes or so. He's washed up. Yeah. Bank of England's Taylor says the focus is the short term and on pricing power. No news really.
Yeah, I'm trying to trade this, but it's so tight. I don't think I'm honestly. I don't think I'm good enough to trade this right now.
Yeah, I mean it's probably smart. I mean, the washing machine.
Well, I try to recognize my deficiencies.
Anyway, all right. I feel bad, guys. All my kids, my wife, everybody, like they get to sleep in today. You know, they're off for school, or they're off school. You know, and I'm here spinning it with you guys. I actually enjoy doing this, just to clarify, but still, Nasdaq still falling down again. 29,200. We talked about it. It was a level. We did end up bouncing right around here. And so let's see what we get. But yeah, holiday weekend.
Yeah, that's not fair. Honestly, you should just go wake them up anyway.
I should just play this music loud, take my headphones off, and just blare it.
Yeah, and just like, oh, I'm sorry. Did that wake you? I didn't realize how loud it was.
Let them come in, and this music's just playing. Let them know I'm serious in here.
What?
I can put the laughing song on. I can put this song on, guys, and let them deal with it. Just tell them to deal with it, you know.
You know it.
What was the song called? Is this it? No, that's not it. I know I had it, dude. I had the song. Here it is. It was this. Just put this song on. In the house. Yeah. Good luck today. Hey, thank you, Stefan. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, sir. Keep up the great work. Hey, thank you, SSG. John, you love us. You know. We together, John. We together. That's right. We love your sacrifice. We are John's second family. Yeah, y'all are. I appreciate you guys. Alright, guys. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Alright, guys. NASDAQ up to 29,220s. Don't play the song while I'm in a long. I know, bro. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself, you know. The song is like crack, but, you know, some say better. NASDAQ up to 29,215s here. 29,215s. Sudden death. I should have held that short, guys. I don't know if y'all have noticed this today, but the trend today is that basically I will get into positions, get in on the right direction, and then sell about 2 minutes in for like $10 profit, and then it continues down in the direction I was originally taking here. This has happened like 3 times today.
We should have stayed in it.
Yeah, I should have just stayed in these positions. The overarching point I'm trying to make is, why am I such a wimp here, guys? Why am I so wimpy? You know, why am I so wimpy, guys?
Because you almost bottomed out on that other account.
Yeah, that's probably why. I can't believe I've done this again. You know, I should have held the short, guys. Hindsight's 2020, but I should have held the short. I should have held the short.
Unless you have vision problems, and it's like 2040.
Yeah. All right. I should have held it, man. I can't believe I didn't. Y'all just be careful today. Market's a little choppy. The song is called, what is it? What is it called? The song is called Legends by Morpheus. Legends by Morpheus.
I was going to guess Jimmy Crack Corn.
Will be very red on the bell. Scared, playing with almost no drawdown left. That's absolutely right. Yeah. Any profit is good profit. That's right. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have you guys given me a follow on X.com? Again, every day on X.com. If you like me for breaking news, which is most of you guys, anytime we get big movements in markets, like my view count jumps. So people tune into this for breaking news specifically. Because I'm the best. I'm the best. I know I'm the best. But we post this in our Discord and on X.com every single morning. So if you give me a follow at Beginner Trades, you'll get like a full breakdown of why the market's doing what it's doing, where yields are, where oil is, what the big stock news is, any news in Iran and geopolitics influencing things, why, where, and how, and all that good stuff at Beginner Trades, guys, at Beginner Trades. If you want to check us out, here is the link. Give me a follow, guys. We're growing our X page. We also post breaking news in, yeah, here it is right here. Give me a follow.
We appreciate the love, you guys, all the support.
Yeah, we also post breaking news in stocks. Like, we posted Nvidia earnings, you know. And so, we do a lot of good stuff here. Give me a follow, guys. Give me a follow.
We totally did. I was there.
My friend works for SpaceX, and I told him to buy as much as he could. I was telling him I might give him like 10K to buy some for a cut. That's insider trading, bro. You know? Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, shouldn't he be telling you when to buy anyway? I mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you think so. Also, yeah, don't do it, but definitely don't talk about it.
Right. Don't do it, but email me, you know. Tell him to email me, you know. I don't know, B Marsh. I'm not, you know. Don't worry. I'm not ratting on you, bro. We only got about 1,000 people here, you know what I mean? Watching you right now, hearing you say these things, you know. So like, listen, don't worry about it, bro. It's our secret. It's our secret. All right, guys. Nasdaq's still at 29,200. I told you guys to watch 29,200. It's easy level to watch. Confirmed previous support here. So we get under 29,200. I might short again. Yeah. Please see us up, Elon. I saw a little bit of it, Kevin. I didn't read too much into it. Hey, shout out to the people who follow me today. GB, appreciate the follow, my friend. Thank you, brother. John, do you ever fix the broken news? There's broken news? What's broken about it?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Are y'all buying SpaceX? We asked this question earlier. Are you buying SpaceX, guys? You know? All right, NASDAQ is back under 29,200. If it could stay down there, how much time we got left? We got 10 minutes. You know, I think that's in time. Really, I got about 5 minutes until the market on open data swings things the other way. So, let's see. Where's my trusty account here? We're still over it. Are you buying SpaceX with what? Loonies and toonies, Matt. Just short the NASDAQ and be happy. I gotta wait under 29,200s. It's kind of holding some support there. But we'll see. Look at my wife. She's just now waking up in there. She's just now waking up. She's looking at me. She's going like this. You know? It's not fair, Carol. It's not fair. You know? Shrugged her shoulders. You know? That's what I get. I deserve it. I deserve it.
Oh, well. It sucks to be you, huh, John?
It does. It does. You know? Most of the time. All right, I might short here. Let's see how much time we got. I only have 4 minutes until the market on open data, so I really don't want to get stuck in a position. So I think I'm just gonna wait here. I think I'm just gonna wait. You know, IPOs are usually always overpriced. I usually never mess with IPOs. I've been burned way too many times to want to mess with the IPOs. The only one that I think I've ever done well is ARM. I got it in the ARM IPO, made like 100+%. Holding it for the next year. That's the only one. I bought just some fun IPOs that I bought. I bought Coinbase IPO at 420s or something crazy like that. Lost a bunch of money. I bought the Roku IPO when I was a brand new trader. It was like my first 2 or 3 weeks day trading. I think it was Roku. Bro, I used to criticize Roku so much. I haven't even heard about the stock lately. But Roku, I think at the time I was like, I'm going to buy 50 shares. It's small. Had no idea what I was doing. Ended up losing like hundreds and hundreds of dollars very, very quickly and as a brand new day trader. Don't be like me, guys. There's a bunch of other IPOs I think I've messed with as well. So just don't be like me, guys. Don't be like me. Yeah, it was Roku.
Hey, John, if I was you, I would have made money instead because that's better.
Yeah. Look, I should have held that short, guys. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I believe you would have, Britt. NASDAQ getting close to the lows of the day again. The shorts were right. Well, if you're telling him to buy shares, B. Marsh, I don't think that's insider trading. Because he's the insider. You know?
I think
You're not.
that's so funny to me. Hey, man, buy shares in the company you work for.
I know, dude. Yeah. I think that's the opposite of insider trade. That's outsider trade. Yeah, somebody mentioned it in chat earlier.
Yeah.
NASDAQ getting close to the lows of the day again. Oil's still sitting over 101.80s. She sleeps well knowing John makes a lot of money. Maybe she does, you know. She spends it all on plants, bro. On plants.
A nice hobby to have, though.
Yeah, it's nice. But plants are kind of expensive, dude, you know.
I know. See, I have the opposite of a green thumb, too. I have a brown thumb. Like, I can't keep plants alive unless it's, like, something that just needs no tending to on its, you know, it can just survive on its own.
Yeah, I mean... Carol's like, hey, John, you're not interested in this? And I'm usually just like, I'm not, you know. I could care less if a plant grows or fails, you know. No
Yeah, I'm
offense to my gardeners out there. I don't care about plants, guys. John hates plants. Headline coming soon, but I don't.
It's my goal to live out in the middle of nowhere on a self-sustaining piece of property. So, like, I'm super interested in it.
Yeah. I'd get some ducks and some chickens. Ducks seem like pretty cool. They seem like friends, you know. So if my neighborhood allowed me to get ducks, I'd get ducks.
Just don't get like swans or geese. They're mean.
Yeah. I had a company before merged into CHRD. 4,026 cents was an 80 dividend, 13%. Yeah. Newsflash. John kills plants. John the plant murderer. Yeah.
And yes, a brown thumb, McLovin's the opposite of a green thumb.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys, we got the opening bell here. So NASDAQ just cracked lows of the day. Oil back up to over 102s here. Look at oil jump some here. I don't think it's the market on open data. I don't think that's out yet. But look at oil jump to 102s right now. NASDAQ just cracked lows. 182s here.
So again, how do you guys feel about the open? What are y'all expecting?
I don't know. I think it looks bearish right now, but yeah, I think it looks bearish right now, but who knows? It could just go the other way. NASDAQ just fell a little bit. Oil just popped up to over 102s. I don't see any breaking news to drive this either. Should have stayed in that short, man. I should have stayed in it. President Trump admin to invest. Dude, some of these news stories are late. Breaking, just in. Yeah, it was just in like 5 hours ago. President Trump's administration to invest $2 billion in quantum computing. Plenty of growth for plants. It's gonna touch last night's lows. Dip until 10 a.m. and then up. Push the market up, pump 50 points, then dump hard. Yeah, I don't know why last night I was like, okay, tomorrow's Friday. Today's just Thursday. I don't know why it felt like a Friday yesterday. Or it felt like a Thursday. Yeah.
Because yesterday was a long day.
Yeah, it was. Nvidia just jumped. So Nvidia back up to 222. Microsoft on the Anthropic news is all the way up to 420s. But here we go, guys. Market on open data hit. Oil came back down a little bit on it. But it's about that time, guys. It's about that time. It's my Friday. Nvidia's jumping. Yeah, I did see Nvidia pop up some. Not really seeing any news from it. I think markets are just kind of volatile. Yeah. I mean, Nvidia did have a big volume surge, though. Look at the volume spike on Nvidia. I don't see any news. Taylor speaking. Situation now very different in 2022. Labor market has kept wage normalization on track. Labor market is quite weak. Intel introduced a SuperClaw hybrid agentic AI solution. It's up a little bit. It's at 116s. I think I'm in Intel also. My average price in Intel. No, I'm not in Intel. Sorry. Holding my NASDAQ short still. I'm assuming it's going well. Yeah. I mean, we're back to the lows. We're not really moving though. The NASDAQ very, very flat. Maybe it wakes up. This is the first open since Nvidia earnings, so I do expect it could be a little bit more volatile than normal based off of Nvidia earnings getting baked into markets. A lot of options. You know, you can't buy options overnight. You can only buy them after 9:30. And so now that 9:30 is here, we could see some big sales, some big buys coming in. We'll see. NASDAQ is now down close to the lows of the day. Oil is close to the highs of the day, leading into the opening bell now. Nvidia flat open is wild. Theta eats. Yeah, Travis. We're going world-class bass fishing. I'm jealous. AI says buy the dip. 127% fib level. Bear reversing to bull. Look like a wave 4. Alright, here we go, guys. We got the opening bell at a minute and 20. A minute and 20.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm excited to trade, you know. I got this account very... Yeah, I got this account really close to the drawdown. And so I can swing for the fences. You know, I can swing for the fences.
Trump will postpone refrigerant regulations from Biden's administration, says White House official. I think that might have some effect on production. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're at 29 190s. All right, here we go, guys. Opening bell in 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Hit the live button next to the play button. Put it in 2x speed. Hang out with us at the opening bell. We'll see what we get. Also, guys, check out Take Profit. 50% off Take Profit accounts right now. It's their biggest sale in history. So if you've ever wanted to Take Profit account, but maybe it's a little bit too expensive for you, now's the time to do it. BGT coupon code gets you the max discount. Here's the link. Let's check out the opening bell. We got 15 seconds here. 15 seconds. Bull or bear, guys. Bull or bear. There's the link for Take Profit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to put Nvidia up here. Here's the open. All right, so Nvidia dropping originally at the open, but the NASDAQ is actually going up some. Here's the opening bell. NASDAQ going up, Nvidia moving down, but both of them are retracing to the opposite direction as of now here. Let's see what happens here. Again, NASDAQ at 29 230s, Nvidia down to 221s here. But so far, the bulls are in control of the NASDAQ right now. Looking at our poll, 53% were bearish today for the opening bell, 47% bullish. Nvidia continues to fall. Let's see if it drags the NASDAQ down here. Sometimes the first move is the wrong move. Intel's popping up, though. Oil is still at 102s, but look at Nvidia fall here, guys. So Nvidia dipping. Do I want to short the NASDAQ here? Maybe expecting it to correct down with Nvidia. But if Nvidia starts to rebound, and if Nvidia's first move is the wrong move, then maybe Nvidia bounces back here. Either way, we'll probably look for a range breakout of some sort. There's Nvidia going all the way back up. Now officially green, or at least it was for a split second here. This is why I have my rules. I can't trade for another 3 minutes. Yeah. Again, put bull or bear in chat right now, depending on where you are. We're very choppy. We got a very tight range so far this morning at the open. Just gambled the house, not gonna lie, but I'm back to break even. Hey, good job, dude. I mean, not good job. I mean, bad. But congrats on being back to break even, friend. I'm not proud of you, but I'm proud of you, you know. All right, so NASDAQ almost going red on the day. It's almost trending the opposite. And this is partly because Microsoft is also filling some of the gap. Microsoft was in talks with Anthropic this morning, made a gap up big, starting to fill some of the gap. The talks are early, though, so it could be an overreaction on the upside. And I'm in Microsoft long, but yeah. Oh, AI is bullish. People say the house always wins, so I always put up my house as risk. Oil running. Yeah, oil's back up to 102.20s right now for oil. Here's oil. 102.20s. 102.30s for oil. Oil popping. Nvidia, go Nvidia, Nvidia. AI is bullish. Yeah, oil is running up. 102.30s. We're at the 29.2s in the NASDAQ. Oil and the NASDAQ moving in harmony with each other. Nvidia makes the same moves like on earnings drop. Yeah, I'm looking at a range right now. I think the only thing that makes sense is a range breakout for the NASDAQ here. So here's the NQ. Again, our drawdown is not, we got like a $200 drawdown right now on this thing. So we got to wait for the right time to take the trade. But I think the range makes sense here. Like, look, here is the current opening range right now. So let's see what happens. But that's the range here. No FOMO. The beauty of inverse harmony. Bitcoin rolling under 77,000. Yeah, Bitcoin right at 77K. Like right there. Oil continues to surge though. Look at oil. And a new highs on oil. 102.50s for oil. So oil continues to push. Yeah. Still making moves up. NASDAQ starting to pop back up. Again, I think this is partly due to Nvidia ripping up to 225s at the open. Look at Nvidia go. Almost 226s. So yeah, Nvidia's making some movements. Look at Nvidia go 227s now for Nvidia, 227s. NASDAQ gaining some strength here. I can officially trade right now. So let's see what happens to this account at the open. I might buy a dip here, guys. Yeah, I'm going to buy the dip. I think I'm just going to swing for the fences here. I either lose this account right now or I make a bunch of money here. I think that's what I got to do. This is what I meant for in this account, guys. And I just lost it. That's all right. It's all right. It happened quick. It happened quick. I took the opening range, and it looks like I barely got stopped out here. Barely got stopped out. But that's how it goes. It was time. It was time in that account. You know, we have a fresh one right here. And now I'm going to wait. It feels bad, man. It feels bad. You know, you lose it. Again, I thought I had lost the account this morning. It's been a roller coaster of emotions. I thought I was like, okay, I lost the account. And then I checked, and I was like, wait, no. I still have $200 left. I believe. And then I lost it again. So, yeah. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Some would say I deserved it. Yeah, some would say I deserved that. That's not your trade, John. I know, listen. It definitely wasn't my trade. I like this one, though. I do actually like this one. I'm going to take 2 contracts here. All right, so in this one, my risk level is about 213s. So my risk level is right here. We're going to just try to build up. There we go. I'm going to take half off. About a 1-to-1 ratio. Let the last one run a little bit. Need Brit's advice. Always go long. That's right.
No, you don't want my advice.
I went the right direction. I did go long. I think I just took too big a size. Greed. American greed, basically, what happened there. It's chat's fault? It's definitely chat's fault. I'm gonna hold this pretty close to break even now, guys. I'm gonna give it a second. I'll add to it if it goes in my favor enough. Need to get over that 200 EMA, though. That keeps blocking it. The range is very tight at the open. I will watch the 15-minute orb a lot, though. It's really just taking too long. I've already scaled out of this. We're already very green, but... There we go. I'm going to cut it right there and just get out. Check out ARM. I bought ARM proxy to Nvidia. Yeah, I've been in ARM. I got out of it not that long ago, but should have held. I got out of ARM at like 160s not that long ago. Like a year ago, maybe. And now it's at 280s. Feels good and bad at the same time. I bought it on IPO day. I bought it for like 30 bucks or something like that. I don't know if I bought it on IPO day, but I bought it somewhere in the first week. Maybe it was like 40 something bucks I bought it at. Applied Digital. Microsoft coming back down. Yeah, Applied Digital is ripping. I'm in Microsoft, though. My average price in Microsoft right now is 387s. So Microsoft at 420s doesn't scare me that much. You know. High confidence, I hold. Pitt, are you still talking about gas prices, bro? Dude, hit the live button. Pitt. Bitcoin cracked 77,000. Yeah, it's at 76.78 right now. It's starting to dip pretty heavily. Look, here's Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin just dumped. Newly formed Manhattan uranium receives approval to drill at Nevada's largest past producing mine. Bitcoin's still falling. That's a 15-minute chart too. You zoom in on a 1-minute chart. Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin's not looking that good. All right, so we got a really tight opening range here. This is the 10-minute orb. That's pretty tight. I gotta just chill and wait though. Brent, I know you're over there trading, bro. How's your trading going, dude?
Nah, I'm losing.
I can tell by the silence.
Yeah. Just picking bad entry points mostly.
Yeah. Nvidia's dead. The drop's nothing. Bitcoin's up over the last few weeks. All right, we're getting to the top of this range here. What are we at? 11 minutes since the opening bell. Maybe this little dip could hold. Get the point of control right here. Yeah, I'm looking at oil. I'm looking at Nvidia. Nvidia's at 224, so it's kind of pulled back a lot, but Microsoft's giving a lot of it back too. Oil elevated. Oh, wait, guys, we have manufacturing PMI at 945. I completely forgot about this. We do have manufacturing PMI 945 today. So we do have manufacturing PMI 945. We'll see if it moves markets. I don't think it will, but we'll see. Maybe it does. We have Michigan consumer sentiment at 10 tomorrow. Waller speaking at 10 as well. Sell Microsoft. Very flat opening range today, guys. Very flat opening range. We'll see what manufacturing PMI does, though. Copilot is the best there is, according to Copilot. Belarus will not be dragged into Ukraine conflict. All right, we're starting to head back down again. Oil's still up there. Highs of oil in the day are 102.66. I don't hate a short right here. Problem is we got manufacturing PMI in like 2 minutes. I don't know how much it's going to move markets, but you know we'll watch it regardless. Manufacturing PMI expected at 53.8, a decrease of 50 from 54.5 previously. We also have services PMI for May expected at 51.1. So manufacturing and services PMI dropping in 2 minutes. Let's see. Looks like a short, but this data could swing things. All right, here we go, guys. We have about 1 minute left. 1 minute. All right, yeah, it looked like a short. NASDAQ is starting to fade. Starting to fade. All right, here we go. Here's the report coming pretty soon. Looking a week ahead of this report, though, guys. All right, here we go. 40 seconds. 40 seconds. I'm going to wait until this report comes out to take any more trades. Yeah, crypto all the way down to 76.68. And sometimes crypto can lead the market. Any specific reason why oil is spiking? Oil's up because Khamenei basically said that uranium's going to stay in Iran this morning, which kind of makes people think that this tentative potential deal that we had announced over the last few days might not hold. Anyways, we got 5 seconds until services and manufacturing PMI for May come out. Let's see what this does to markets. And the report drops right now. 55.3 for manufacturing. So stronger manufacturing, weaker services. Services came in at 50.9 versus 51.1 expected. Manufacturing showed up at 55.3 versus 53.8 expected. So we'll see what happens. I would say maybe this is a little bearish, but you never freaking know how markets are going to respond. Markets are actually interpreting this as pretty bullish here. Look, maybe stronger manufacturing, making people optimistic. Services a little weaker. I want to see what yields are going to do here. Here's 10-year treasury yields. There's 240. I might short this if we get close to it. We have a 15-minute range now. But Bitcoin is falling down. It's starting to rebound back up slightly, though, right now. All right, let's see if we reject 200 exponential VWAP levels right here. But yeah, I'll put this data up on screen. Here's the data right here. We're getting towards the top of the range. Maybe we'll have an orb setup going on right now. sleep on NXPI. Again, the orb set up now. The 15-minute orb is going to be right here. That's the 15-minute orb set up right now. Very tight range. Yeah, Brett, how you doing, bro?
I'm working my way back up. I'm still down, but I'm all right.
How much you down?
Let's see. On the day, 232.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still net positive over the last 4 days.
Yeah, and you're trading what, a Lucid eval, right? A Lucid 25K.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. Again, if you want to check out Lucid, help support your boy here in this channel. Again, their direct-to-funded option, if you haven't used the 50% off yet, you get the direct-to-funded 150K for $420 if you use my coupon code BGT at checkout here, guys. We will do another giveaway at the end of the day today, too. So we will do another giveaway. Let me start that giveaway now. It's not going to be until we close the stream, but I'm going to go ahead and start it now. You only have to enter it once. Please do not enter it over and over and over again. I will kick you out if you say it over and over again. So if you do the exclamation point BGT over and over again, I will boot you out of here. You know,
you won't win anything.
Yeah. So again, exclamation point BGT will enter the giveaway, but we're gonna do it a little bit later. I don't want it to take up too much headspace. All right, so Nasdaq starting to come down. I'm looking a little short here. I'm looking a little short. But yeah, to enter it, you just do exclamation point BGT. Watch Sherbert win again, dude.
Without even being here.
I know, dude. Watch it. Yeah, it'd be funny. All right, guys. So look, I'm gonna short this right here. I think. See if we rise back down to the lows and we catch some downward momentum. We're already pretty green on the day, but we could risk it here. There we go. Sherbert. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna give it some time. Very flat opening bell though here. Not the best price action for the day. Again, you'll be winning a Lucid Pro 50K eval from Lucid. Here we go. Alright, that you'll have to see. I'm gonna give this a little bit more time here though. We're right at this low level. I don't want to get popped and squeezed out though, which could happen here. Just a bear trap, but alright, we took a little bit off, lock in a little bit more. I'm gonna build up a small cushion first here, I think. Manufacturing looked good. Services were weak, but manufacturing was okay. I'll add to this if it goes in my favor. I'll hold the rest break even. Close to it at least. It's so choppy though. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it right there. I think we actually lost money because of this big pop. It's just too choppy right now. We'll have to wait.
Damn it, I just lost a bunch of money.
Did you really? You went short with me?
Yeah.
Don't do it, bro. Don't do it, man. You know?
Well, I wasn't doing it because of you. I just...
It looked like it would break down, but it's also really a chop. We kind of have to wait for this range to break. You know, I think the reward to risk isn't bad in that scenario, but we really do have to wait for this range to break. There's not enough momentum on either side right now to really get excited about anything. That's why, like, I'm trading really small. Look at this drop, though. Chat, just to pause this for a moment. We are giving away a 50K Pro Lucid eval. You have to enter exclamation point BGT just once. Don't do it over and over again. You have to enter exclamation point BGT just once, and you will enter the giveaway. And yeah, do it now, guys. Do it now.
Give in to the peer pressure, everybody. Do it.
Do it now, guys. Do it now.
Oh, big green candle.
Yeah, look at that rip. I don't know if this is news. Let me see what oil's doing. Oil's falling and the Nasdaq just popped, but the Nasdaq's not really holding here. So let me see if there's any breaking news going on right now. There's got to be some type of maybe news release. Maybe not though. I mean, oil is falling. Like, look at oil here. Yields are dumping down too a little bit. Look at oil. Oil down 101.50s.
I don't see any news.
I don't either.
It's okay. That big pop-up just helped me recover some of my loss, so that's nice.
Whoa. Oil dipping here. Look at this. It's got to be some type of news. This is not PMI data. Let's see. A senior Iranian official denied to Al Jazeera reports that Supreme Leader Khamenei has issued a new order requiring enriched uranium to remain inside Iran, saying they are propaganda by the enemies of the deal. Okay, so that is what's driving markets right now. Basically, they're pushing back on the fact that Khamenei said that. He said the people putting out those rumors are enemies of the deal. They also could just be doing insider trades, affecting things, but this is the news right here. Yeah. Yeah, so here's the news right there. I'll put it up on screen here, but this is the news impacting things, making oil dip and the Nasdaq rip here. You can see it right now. But that is the news. So they're basically saying nah, bro. That's what they're saying. Yeah, that is the news right now. Yeah, so that's the news.
That's good. I'm slowly recovering.
Yeah, I might buy this dip right now here. See if the Nasdaq keeps getting optimistic from this, and then add to it if it goes deeper in my favor. There we go. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And I'm out. You love to see it. Trading news left and right here, guys. This is what we do here. We trade news, you know. Some say I am news trading, you know. Oil continues to fall here, guys. Should I short oil right now on a bounce? Look at oil dipping and the Nasdaq ripping. Nasdaq still pushing here. All right, guys. So, buy or sell right here. Chat, what do you guys think? Buy or sell? Buy or sell. Again, we got the news on screen right now showing you what's going on. Buy the dip or sell the rip. Oil dipping down more here. Right at the volume weighted average price. $100 on oil is right here, chat. So $100 is right here. What's up, Tiny? Yeah, I trade higher time frames. Who needs fundamentals or hell even technicals? Tweet driven market before GTA. Yeah. All right, guys. Nasdaq is dipping here. Should I buy this dip? I don't know, man. I'll try. We got a $100 and something cushion on the day, so. Oh my gosh, dude, it ripped up literally right as I clicked buy. And now we're down. Like, literally, I click buy, it's ripping up. Here, I'm going to cut some of this. Ugh, dude. It feels bad, man. I wanted to buy it right where we're at now. And it literally just popped so much higher as soon as I clicked that.
Happened to me too.
Yeah, I'm going to cut my size a little bit here and get out. We're still up. We're basically flat on this trade. But I might add back on a pullback if we can get it. Let's see. It's risky, though. It's risky. We got a green day today so far, so that is what we're playing with here, is a green day. So we can play a little bit more here into this green action. Nvidia's dipping down a little bit though, and so is Microsoft. So we'll see if market can just get more optimistic here on the upside. VWAP is right above us though, so. Oil is right at the VWAP on the other side though, so $100 right underneath us for oil. There we go. Alright. I wish I had that full size, man. I would have made more. Alright, I'm going to take 4 contracts right here. Give it a second now. Still kind of flat here, though. Looks worse now. We're gonna cut it now. I'm gonna cut half of it and give the other half a little bit of time to run. Market's so uncertain. Shorted exponential here is pretty close, but the problem right now is that Nvidia is dropping simultaneously, so it's hard to gauge. Yeah, I gotta cut it. It's alright. Now we're down about $100, but it's small. And of course it rips up right there. I don't hate it, but I also don't trust it either. It's kind of just scaring people here.
It's not too bad. I was down like 250 on the day. Now I'm back up to negative 138.
That's better than nothing. Yeah. We're pretty much flat on the day now. I mean, I'm going to take a piece off here, just kind of scale out of this, and then hold the last little bit, and then add to it if it goes in my favor here. But we've been trading pretty small, all things considered. I believe oil could continue dipping down to maybe test 100, and that could push the NASDAQ higher here. So, and we'll add to this if it goes in my favor. It's got to get over the VWAP, though. Yeah, remember, today's Thursday, not Friday, guys. We still got tomorrow. I'm gonna see if it goes up a little bit more. We can add to it. There we go. Very green now. You know what? I'm gonna cut it right here and just lock in the profit and be safe. I think it's smart. Yeah, holiday Monday, yeah, but tomorrow's open, I guess. We have the Michigan consumer sentiment data tomorrow. We have Michigan consumer sentiment data. That's it. It's a slower week for economics. We don't have a lot of economic data coming out this week. We had the Fed minutes reported in Nvidia, though, so those are kind of big things. But
I was hoping to clear my eval without a losing day, but that's not going to happen now.
You don't want to get into that mode, though. You got to accept a losing day. Nvidia's starting to rip, though.
I accept it. I was just hoping to avoid it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, but Nvidia's starting to pop back higher here. It's about to go green on the day, potentially. Nvidia's right at the previous closing price. My long direction was right too. Let me see if we can scalp one here. Not really. Have to add back to 300s, and then I'll hold it there.
Got out with a quick pop over my buy-in. Made $30. That's good.
There we go.
I'm just trying to whittle my my deficit down.
Yeah, that's how it goes. You know, just be careful. All right, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a piece off here. Take a piece off here. I actually am green on the day now, believe it or not. I see Nvidia starting to gain some strength up there, but I'm going to cut it right there. But we are effectively green on the day now again. Ugh. Our direction was correct the whole time. We just barely got stopped out. Maybe I had too loose of a stop in the first trade. How much am I green today, guys? Well, you know. Course coming soon. Course coming soon. $2. How much is that per hour? About.
Depends on how many hours.
Yeah. About 2. So I guess that's $1 an hour, guys. $1 an hour. Yeah, it's just so hard to trade the news market that we're in right now. Again, guys, listen. We do have a giveaway going on for a Lucid Pro 50K eval. If you enter exclamation point BGT, you might win. Guys, you might win. You know, some say free is better than paying for something. And most of the time I would believe that's true. All right. Unless we're writing off things for business. But if you want to join the giveaway, exclamation point BGT will enter you into the giveaway. You only have to enter it once and you might get banned. Consumer sentiment data just released. Came in at -19 versus -20.8. Nasdaq strong here on the news that. See, this is just back and forth.
Our official source for AP, we only support the ongoing mediation led by Pakistan. That's after some talks that they were going to play a different role, apparently. In the negotiations.
Ataria, official source, we only support the ongoing mediation led by Pakistan. Iran denies report of new uranium order. Senior official denies claims that Supreme Leader Khomeini issued an order requiring enriched uranium to remain inside Iran, calling the reports enemy propaganda. Nvidia is rebounding back up, though, helping drag the Nasdaq back up. Oil is back up to 100.8, but
I'm just going to stop trading.
That might be a good move. You know, maybe I should stop too. I think I'll keep going, but
I make some headway and then I'll lose it all on a bad read.
Why complain about insider trading? Dude, I'm not really complaining about it. It's a difficult market to take. It's a difficult market to take, you know. I can't even get mad at him for it, you know.
Oh, you're mad.
Still popping. Oh, I'm mad for sure. QUBT was a nice quantum long. How has quantum stocks reacted since the opening bell? They're up. Rigetti's up to 21. QUBT is up to 11s. Up 160 for the day. Hey, nice Doom. Nvidia saved the world again. Yeah. Always. Okay, instant funded. Hey, good luck, dude. Again, Lucid 50% off. Coupon code BGT. Let me know what it stands for. You can do exclamation point BGT if you want to get involved in the giveaway as well, chat. Are we allowed to share image links here? No. It won't let you.
It stands for binge great tacos.
I like a good taco. I'm honestly disappointed in my family, bro. They don't eat like Mexican food nearly as much as I want it. You know? Like, I love a good churro. I love good tacos. I love enchiladas. I love birria tacos. You know, my daughter eat a French dip. Won't even eat a birria taco. It's the same thing. It's meat, cheese, bread, and au jus gravy. Same thing.
I have birria tacos in my fridge right now, actually.
They're good, man. They're good.
You know it. I love that consomme.
Yeah. Nasdaq dipping down a little bit. We're at 29,290s. Oil popping back higher at 101s here.
I don't even care. I've gone back and forth on losing more and losing less today. I'm done for the day, I think.
Yeah. That's probably smart. Set it. Set it down.
Yeah.
Ugh, all right.
It's your fault I'm down.
It is. You tried to copy me, and that's always a bad move. You know,
It is.
no matter where you are, you copy me, you fail. You know, only I can do it like me.
True.
Yeah, how do you not like Mexican food? Like, it's great.
Mexican
all
food is
good.
amazing.
Right, it's all good.
I'll-
Arm is soaring
actually-
here. Oof. Oh, wait. Yeah. So, markets are basically, like I said, on the screen. Oil dipping, NASDAQ ripping here. Or no, opposite. Oil ripping, NASDAQ dipping down a little bit. Is it time to buy? I think so. I'm going to try to buy this. Chat. I'm going to try to buy this. I've lost... I got too many windows up. There we are. Okay. Every time I'm like, I'm going to buy it, it immediately rips up and I miss out on the main entry. I got to add more to this, though. It's just so back and forth.
That's why instead of saying I'm going to buy this and then buying it, you should buy it and then say I bought this.
Right. That's
Save
probably
you
the
the
better
time.
move. Realistically, that's probably the better move. All right. So look, we have about 4 contracts here. Add 3. We're going to add 4 and leave it here. If we pop back up. There we go. Immediate pop. Let's see if it holds. Yes, sir. All right. I'm out of 2 of those. We're going to hold the rest. You know what? I'm going to sell another little piece. We're scalping like crazy today, guys. Scalping like crazy. Look. Hey, y'all missed most of it. It happened so quick. I'll hold the rest and see if we continue pushing higher here. Like, I want to report my stuff to you guys, but sometimes I need to just take the trade and then report it.
Hey, that's what I said.
Brent, I came up with that, dude. All right.
Original thoughts by John, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Original thoughts by John. All right, guys, we're moving up. We're moving higher here. I hear Creed playing in the background somewhere. All right, we're up more. I think I got to add a little bit to this, huh? I think so. All right, so I just added, so I'm expecting news to come out saying death to America. You know, Iran will never give in on any of its... All right, I'm going to take a little bit more off here. You'd love to see it. I'm going to take... All right, I'm out. We did it, guys.
You're the greatest.
I know, man, I know. U.S. has redirected 94 commercial vessels as of May 21st, sitcom. Yeah, no follow through in markets. I'm just buying the dip. I bought the VWAP dip right here. That's what I didn't mind where we were on the volume profile as well. We were past some of these big higher nodes, getting into the lower volume area where we could move faster. So I just wanted to try that trade. It worked out. Yeah.
Ooh. BMAR said they accidentally entered a long on their phone. Oh man, that sucks. RIP.
A long? Long is good right now.
Yeah, no, but this was I don't know how long ago this was time wise, but they said they did it by accident, like I think like a butt dial type thing.
Sometimes those are the best trades, accidental trades. You know, you're in there.
But evidently not, because he said RIP.
All right, so I'm gonna put again. Remember, exclamation point BGT joins the eval 50K giveaway. I'm gonna replace the pin message here with that. But I'm gonna do it different. I'm gonna give the person, listen. I'm gonna give the person 2 minutes to announce themselves, tell me they're joining the Discord, and then all that stuff before we give them anything. You know, Sherbert Flurbert. Never again will that happen to us. Okay. Never again will we have somebody insult us like that. You know.
Never again.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just I can't get that out of my head. I wouldn't have cried.
Yeah. Yeah, what a routine. Listen, I'm not criticizing him. You know, there's some stuff he does I agree with. Some, you know, there's obviously stuff he does that I disagree with. But he's just a funny person, dude. Like, what he says is just funny.
Yeah,
dude.
he is.
I wouldn't have cried, you know. I would have cried. He cried. I would have never cried, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta laugh at it.
Daddy, that's what they called him. I wouldn't have cried.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
It is.
You only have to enter it once, Paul. Hey, Tiny. Have a great day. Mom,
Later, Tiny.
you're on a trip? Hey, have fun on your trip, Tiny. All right.
Oh no. Mom's on a trip. Tiny's puppy sitting.
Oh, okay, got it. All right, guys. Market sucks right now. You guys are red or green so far today. I am actually green here. Pretty nicely, too. We're decently green on the day. I need to find a job with you.
I'm red, but I'm okay with it. I don't like it, but I accept it.
Where's the Discord link? Right here. All right, guys, so we are seeing a pullback in the NASDAQ here. Also, guys, to be in the giveaway, you have to follow me at x.com. If you win the giveaway and you're not following me on X, I might give it away to somebody else. Also, to win the giveaway, you have to hula hoop for 5 minutes straight. All right. You have to jump through a flaming hoop. You have to, you know, win a dance competition and more. I'm just joking about
one of
all
those
this
backflips. Nah, I did one of those backflips on the trapeze, you know.
Should I buy the NASDAQ 200 exponential? All right, it's all right. You don't have to follow me on X, but it definitely will help. You know, some say it might help you win that giveaway more. Yeah. There's the X link. Give me a follow. Yeah, there you go. Found it. All good, brother. Yeah, market's boring. It's starting to break down here. I don't see any news driving this either. Yeah. Iran and Oman discussing a permanent Hormuz toll, according to the Iranian envoy. I think this is what's dragging markets down right now. Again, that there's breaking news that Iran and Oman are discussing a permanent Hormuz toll right now. Permanent Hormuz toll.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but good luck.
That's the news. Potentially dragging markets down. The market has turned. I'm guessing oil's popping back up. Yeah, oil is up here. 101.4s right now. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm just glad I got out. I'm just glad I got out. Because, man. Again, Iranian invoices. Iran and Oman are discussing a permanent Hormuz toll, according to Bloomberg.
Huh.
Sorry,
Can't catch a break, man. No, not you. No, I'm just every time things seem like they're turning around, something like this happens or comes out.
Yeah, Nvidia is also breaking down simultaneously as well, so it does look bearish. But
yeah,
again, 5 minutes ago it looked bullish, but this toll news basically turned the market the other way. Yeah, so. All right, we're going to do our last call here, guys. I'm going to give you guys 3 minutes. 3 minutes. If you want to enter the giveaway, exclamation point BGT in chat. Just one time. Don't do it over and over again. It will enter you in a giveaway. We'll give it away a 50K Lucid Pro eval. You pass that test, you get 50K funded account, 90% split. Pretty good deal, guys. Pretty good deal. Do it now. I'm going to give you guys until 10:20 to join the giveaway. And yeah, we'll see what happens. If the market continues breaking down. Look, now the NASDAQ is... It's so hard to predict direction here. Oil now falling down. NASDAQ pushing higher here, guys. So, you only got to enter it once. And again, if you win, I'm going to give you 20 seconds. Nvidia's still breaking down right now, though. I'm going to give you 20 seconds to show yourself. We learned from Sherbert yesterday.
Darn right we did.
Yeah. It says reopening the strait will entail countries paying, according to Amin Nihad. Hey, what's up, Universal Code? Yeah, we're down to 29,200s here, guys. Hey, thank you for becoming a member, SD. My guy, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Beautiful horse, by the way. Beautiful horse. I love what Max says. Max says in the future, if anyone hits and runs on the giveaway, it will be known as Sherberting. I like it. That's true. Don't Sherbert on us, guys. Don't Sherbert. His name was Fields Herbert as well, so Sherberting. I call him Sherbert now. But yeah. All right, guys. 45 seconds to join the giveaway. Exclamation point BGT. You got 40 seconds now. I'm clicking the button.
So-and-so.
I know, man. I'm not Sherberting. All right, guys. Here we go. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Exclamation point BGT, 20 seconds. If you haven't entered, now's the time to enter it. All right, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. And we're going to click the button. Like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the button is now clicked. Soapy Soap, you win. Soapy Soap, you win, bro. Soapy Soap is the winner. Now, Soapy Soap.
I can't do it. I couldn't do it. I tried, and then I just immediately felt it off.
You would have won, Britt. You would have won. Soapy Soap, congratulations. Show yourself. You better talk in the chat, Soapy Soap. You know, I'll put this out there. Soapy Soap did this right before he won, too. Is this a conspiracy? Did he know he was going to win? Look. Soapy Soap did this. A winking smiley face right before he won. Is this a conspiracy? Soapy Soap, where are you at, dude? Look, you got T-minus a minute and 30 seconds. A minute and 30 seconds to show yourself in the chat right now, Soapy Soap. If not, I'm going to re-roll it and give it to somebody else, dude. We're not doing this again. You know?
Better, Bulldog. Have a good one.
Now, Soapy Soap, bro, listen, you don't come claim your prize. Show yourself in the chat right now so I can talk to you. If you don't come claim your prize, bro, I'm going to re-roll it. T-minus 1 minute. Soapy Soap, there you are, bro. You won, Soapy Soap. You did it. All right, you won. You won the 50K Lucid Pro eval for free.
You're the greatest.
Congratulations, Soapy Soap. You did it. You've worked your whole life for this moment, and now you've won. Soap.
Yeah, all that time and effort paid off.
You didn't Sherbert on us. You didn't Sherbert on us. So just to clarify, Soapy Soap, do you want this 50K Pro eval, bro? Make sure to give it away to somebody that wants it, dude. You know? Why can't I win like this in the market? You know. Now all you gotta do is join our Discord, friend. Follow me on X, join our Discord. At Beginner Trades on X. Join in the Discord. Collect your prize in the Discord, sir. You can win with your new eval, yeah. There's our Discord link right there. Join it, soap.
You too can be a winner.
Yeah. Here at Beginner Trading. Got it? You joined the Discord? Yeah, join the Discord, bro. I'll send it to you. You can use the code. It'll give you 100% off. All right, guys. I'm out of here, guys. If you did not win the giveaway to the many people that did not win today, that's all right. That's okay. You can win another day. All right. But if you haven't already, use exclamation point BGT. You get 50% off Lucid Pro evals if you want it. You can also use it on direct to funded using code BGT. I got a direct to funded 150K direct to funded account, 150K, $420. Code BGT will get you that discount, guys. Also, check out Take Profit. Again, Take Profit's got 50% off right now. I think you can get a 25K direct to funded on Lucid for like $170 or something like that right now. It's kind of wild. Apex also has their 90% off. If you want cheaper evals, 90% off on Apex. You can check them out as well. Great way to help support the channel. And yeah, with that said, guys, I'm going to bow out for the day. Good luck. Have a great day. If you want to check out Lucid, here's the link. Great way to help support your friend. Beginner Trading in this channel.
Also known as J Money.
Yeah. How much does the eval cost? The one I just gave away, if you were going to pay for it right now. Oh, what would it be? Let me see. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, guys. I'm just rhyming like crazy today. Listen, if you were going to buy it outside of this, it would cost... If you use code BGT, it would cost 130% off applaud. Oh, I've used it already. I've used my two tries. I've used it already. So I can't use it again. But it would cost something in the realm of 185. $93, $92 or so. So yeah, the giveaway, it's a 93 something eval. But yeah, just go to our Discord, brother. Type in the chat, in the main trading chat. Just tell me, okay, this is you. I just sent you a message. Now, what you have to do for me right now, is you have to send me a picture of your YouTube page so I know it's you, Soapy Soap. JOS, Soapy Soap 95. Just send me a picture of your YouTube homepage so I can see it's you, like logged into your YouTube homepage, and I'll send it to you, bro. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Have a great day. Good luck in this market, guys. Good luck in this market.
Later, everybody. Have a good one.
MicroStrategy, bro. Look, yeah, MicroStrategy's down a bunch today. It's dropping because Bitcoin's down. You know. So, anyways, I'm out of here. Good luck.